bang bang, comedy 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 bang bang.
Dark is the color of my coffee. Jittery is the energy it gives me. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Thank you to Benicio del Boro.
What?
For that catchphrase.
He's having fun with the name.
He's having fun. And that's what we're going to do on this very special episode of Comedy Bang Bang.
That's right.
Where we count down your top 5 here. I mean, I've heard of Chris Rock and his top 5. But our top 5?
And his top 5?
Yeah, he has that movie, Top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Why was it called Top 5?
Because he walked around saying, hey, top 5 this, top 5 that. And everyone's like, leave me alone.
That's not true, is it?
Yeah, it is. Top 5 whatevers, like top 5 rappers. Like Jerry Seinfeld talks about his top 5 rappers and mentions Wale in it. Because Wale made a record called Seinfeld or something like that. Anyway,
I'll never see this movie.
Okay, it's a deal.
A bargain is struck.
And I will have.
You've seen it for both of us.
That's true. I was watching for 2.
Did you say
I
that
rubbed my belly the entire time.
When you bought the ticket?
Paul,
because I live
are you enjoying this?
I live there in your belly.
Yeah. You're my imaginary friend.
Do you remember when Kulop asked you, when is Paul going to come out of your belly?
I do. Speaking of coming out of or coming on bellies, this we have to get to your number 5.
Number 5.
A Silicon Valley PCast.
Yes.
Yes. A simple title. Everyone knows what I'm talking about when I say it. And this has Kumail Nanjiani, Martin Starr, and Thomas Middleditch. Thomas and I had talked about, when I was setting it up, weeks earlier, I would imagine, and I never reminded him. And this has happened a few times in the history of the show where I've set something up, don't check in with someone about it, and then they forget it. And it was, hey, you're going to be doing a character. What character are you going to do? And he looked at me like I was insane. And he's like, character? What do you mean? And I said, oh, you remember, that's the format of the show. We have people on as themselves and characters, and you were going to improvise a character. And he went, oh, okay. And then launched into this. And this is what we'll hear. This is truly an insane bit of tape that we are going to roll.
Absolutely.
And he is totally improvising this and was not prepared to do any of this. So this is your number 5.
Number 5.
We have someone here with us. Occasionally, a couple of weeks ago, we had a fan of this program come on the show, and we did a show with that fan. And we have someone who's a fan of your show, and I thought I would invite him. Please introduce yourself, sir.
Hey, can I talk now?
Hey, here.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, Joey Tortellini.
Joey Tortellini.
Hey,
you
Joey.
Seem to
What's
be.
going on?
May I ask, are you of Italian descent?
No.
Okay, what's your heritage?
I'm from the Sudan.
Okay. Did you ever change your name? Or?
No.
No?
What's wrong? What's wrong?
That's the name you were born with?
Yes, I'm a tribal guy, so.
Okay.
Yeah. I would
the Tortellini tribe?
Yeah.
The Tortellinis, I remember. Wasn't that a spin-off of Cheers?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, and how did you learn English? I presume it's your second language.
What, a guy can't learn English no more?
Oh, I hope more people do. I think everyone in this country should.
Or
else they should GTFO.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fair, I suppose.
Anyway, I just want to say I love you guys, love the show, love the Comedy Bing Bongs, and keep up the good work.
That's all you wanted to say?
Yeah.
What do you like about the show?
Which one? Comedy Bing Bongs or this one? Silicon Valleys.
I'd say
It's Silicon Valley.
You know it's not Silicon Valleys.
Have you watched
a
it?
gymnasium.
Have you watched
The
any of the
gym?
show?
Yeah, I know what it is. Everybody's, talking and stuff and cracking jokes.
That's almost every comedy.
Well, and the big guy's slowly smoking a pot.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he
our
knows
show.
what it is.
He
Yeah,
watched
that's
it, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
big
our
guy.
show.
That big guy. He's stomping around, smoking a pot, trying to talk to everybody, and we say, hey,
Right,
We
come
put up with this guy, but
Yeah.
let's get back to coding on the computers.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
He
yeah.
does know the show.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think of it? You like it? How many episodes are there? There's 8.
We've done 8.
For the first season.
Okay, so you know that about it. And how many are in the second season? Do you know
I
that?
ain't got no idea. That's some of the questions I want to ask today.
Okay, get to it then. Ask that question.
How many episodes in this second season?
It's 10.
10? Holy shit, that's 2 more than last one.
Do you have enough time in the day to watch 2 extra episodes?
Yeah, I'm unemployed.
Oh, really? What did you used to do?
I used to be a firefighter.
In the Sudan?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah? But they
Yeah.
stopped having fires?
yeah.
In this economy, it's tough.
Yeah, no thanks to Obama.
Wait, what does he have to do with fires in the Sudan?
He's always starting them. He's always running around with his little tinderbox, setting on matches and stuff. We don't got too many trees there anyhow.
Yeah, well, that's true. Oh, so you're just you're looking for work now, though?
Yeah, I'm a good pediatrician.
You're a good pediatrician.
How did you?
So that's your
Acquire
secondary
this-
occupation
How did you
after
acquire this skill? If you
firefighter. Is it a hunch or have you been trained?
I'm pretty good at it. I mean, a couple kids came up to me and say, "Hey, Joey, I got this pain in my foot. Check it out."
And-
so I did.
Yeah.
Turned out I got a couple of splinters in there. No big deal. Take them out.
so
you're like
just
a-
2 kids with 2 splinters apiece?
Yeah.
They
Do the
each had
math.
2. 4 spinners.
Yeah. Also, yeah. You see, I always wanted to ask him if he's just pretending to know the math on the show, if he knows the math.
This guy knows the math. That's the reason he was hired.
Oh man, Kumail Nanjiani.
My goodness. So you took out 4 splinters. And
Yeah.
Now you think you're a good pediatrician.
Well, that's not all.
Oh, great. Okay.
They
I'd
had
love to
their
hear-
guts hanging out.
What? What?
Oh my.
Way to bury the lead.
They had their guts hanging out. And
So they came up to you with their guts hanging out saying, hey, our foot hurts?
yeah.
They were confused. I would
Focus
imagine
on
the
the
blood
positive,
is
yeah.
Were they
So-
shot in the gut by mobsters?
I
or-
ain't got no clue. I'm not a detective.
Oh, okay.
I ain't no gumshoe, just a amateur pediatrician.
Those words are very scary to
I
get
just
at.
slapped them guts back in, and I stapled them all the tummies closed.
Why did you have a stapler? Where was this?
I was putting up flyers
Oh, for what?
for a rave.
Okay. And you're an amateur rave producer?
No,
or-
I'm a professional DJ and make $70,000 a show.
Okay. That, I feel, should be the thing you lead with.
No,
Not unemployed.
Trust me, it's no fun. I gotta go to Vegas this weekend. It's just gonna be a bunch of titties bouncing up and down, me throwing suds and putting my hands up in the air. It's a pain.
Do you ever have to... You press play, I would presume, at the top of the show.
I press play
And then
I
stop.
Pretend the little knobbies are working, but that
Yeah.
don't.
Actually, you don't even have to press stop, right? I bet it just elapses
Yeah.
and it stops by itself.
Yeah, it's a 2.5 hour show. It's pretty tight.
Yeah, I guess you make your own separate playlist in iTunes for the thing that you're about to...
Well, it's got to be tight because we got to get out of there because they usually do weddings and stuff after.
they do a wedding in the...
After the concert?
Yeah, like those 4 a.m. wedding ceremonies. You guys don't go to Vegas much, do you?
No.
Yeah, well, I do.
Yeah. How often do you go?
Every weekend.
Oh, man. And so you're making about $140,000 a week?
I don't know what, because 2 shows on the
2
weekend?
shows, I would guess, a weekend.
Where'd you get that from? You pulled that out of air, or did you hear me say that?
Well, you said
said-
70,000 a show.
a show. And did I tell you how many shows I do?
You said you're there every
No,
weekend.
you want to put the big rich man poster on my back and watch everybody kick me in the pants.
I
That's what
assure
you
you,
wanna
I do
do.
not want to do that.
Man, that's a pain.
But how much are you making?
I'm making $140,000 a weekend. It's crazy.
So why do you say you're unemployed when you are a millionaire?
It's not a job.
You're making $5 million a year.
Oh, yeah. You're
it's-
right.
That's the very definition of a job.
Some say.
Would you give it all up, though, to be a pediatrician?
If you guys have any, clinics that are looking and they got openings, yeah, I want to give back. I want to punch some more guts back in the kids' tummies. That was fun.
I would suggest going
That
around-
was fun?
Yeah, you ever done it?
No.
You should try it, bro. Maybe give back to the community you so keenly take from.
Yeah, Kumail. You're taking all of our money.
What am I doing?
I'm paying for HBO.
Yeah.
Yeah, where does that money go to?
HBO.
Not directly in that pocket of yours?
No. I see very little of it.
Yeah, right.
I would suggest maybe going door to door and trying to see if there's any sick kids in every door that you go to.
Oh, I've tried it.
Well, how
Really?
does it go when you're like, hey, do you have any kids?
Let's just role play this here right now. So
okay, okay.
right, here we
Knock.
Okay,
knock,
see, this
knock,
this is your first problem. I don't know that I would hear someone saying knock, knock, knock outside my door
Well, what do
unless
you
I
want
was
me to
passing
do?
by the front door. I would literally just knock on it or
I
ring a
didn't
bell.
know if I was allowed to, so I was doing knock.
Yeah, no, please go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so I just,
No.
You're over knocking.
That's like a cop at your
You're
door.
like slamming.
Please,
door.
no. Just a regular knock.
If someone does that and asks if I have children,
Is
in the
all of our
house,
equipment okay? Okay. Just a
I don't know what you guys want from me.
We just want you to act like a normal human
Then
being.
you say, what do I do? Okay, so I knock. You say, don't say knock. So what I do is I knock on the door, and that's how I do's it.
Okay.
They come to the door usually in the nightgown or whatever.
Wait, what time are you doing this?
I wait till dark.
to ask if the kids are around.
No, to ask if the kids are safe. First they say,
or if they think the kids,
Or
are
do you
safe.
know where your children are?
first they say, do you think your kids are safe? And based on their answer, my follow-up questions are usually, do they have any illnesses or do they have any physical problems that they need help with?
Deformities.
Deformities that they need, broken and set back into place.
Yeah, certainly. Okay.
Because I got strong hands, and that's, a lot of people need strong hands when you're dealing with those small bones.
Do you have strong hands because of the DJ aspect of just constantly pressing play?
No, I got strong hands from fighting my way out of the sedan.
Okay. Oh, we haven't even covered that. Yeah, how did you actually get out of
Jesus Christ, look how dirty your table is.
it? Well, that's because you spilled water everywhere.
Yeah, and that moistened it so I could clean up with this paper towel.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
There's a plan, man.
So sorry, Joey. Anyway, so how are you received, and what do you dress like, by the way, when you go to these doors?
Oh, I got what I'm wearing on now, this velvet tux, little bag of knickknacks.
Wait, yeah, why are you carrying this bag, and what knickknacks are we talking
Well,
about?
let's see here.
All right, open her up. Yeah, what do we got? The old knickknack bag.
I got a bunch of plastic keys.
Why do you have plastic keys?
Like kids' keys? Like
Yeah.
toddler keys?
Yeah. One for jingling and jangling. And two, you never know what kind of keyholes are in. Then you can pop it in and open it up.
I don't know that plastic kids' toy keys are going to open up just any lock.
Yeah, I know. You don't know. So why don't you stick to what you do know, Scott?
Have the keys ever worked?
Not yet,
Right.
but, it's a matter of time.
Yeah.
It's like winning the lottery.
Yeah.
How many times have you won the lottery, by the way?
Couple hundred.
Yeah, so how much money do you have? You make $5 million a year,
Easy,
and you've won the
easy.
lottery
That's
100
after taxes.
times. Oh my God! And you've won the lottery 100 times. How many mega
222 I've won.
222? How many mega jackpots have you won?
Let's see. Well, I guess 216 of those were the mega jackpots.
and the other 6 were just like $50, $40 here and
No,
there.
they're like $50,000 or $70,000. Because sometimes you don't get all the numbers, but you still win big.
Yeah, we know how the lottery works.
All right.
How many tickets do you buy? How many tickets have you bought in your lifetime, do you think?
Probably 222.
Oh, wait, you've won every time you've played?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to do the statistics and the math, I'm batting 100.
No, you're batting 1,000.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's way better.
10%.
Oh, sweet.
Your life is awesome.
Yeah, I guess I don't know baseball.
Have you ever bet on a baseball game?
Yeah, once.
Which one?
When the Boston Bruins won.
Got it.
I'm just kidding. The Boston Red Sox.
Yeah?
I bet on them when they won the latest one. I bet everything. All my lottery winnings.
So that must be $1 billion at least.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you won $1 billion
Back.
Wow.
In addition to my money coming back. Trust me.
Who would take that bet? Another billionaire or
I don't know. Some guy.
who was this guy? What was his name?
His name's some guy called Bob Durst.
Bob Durst?
Wow.
The Jinx guy?
From the Jinx?
I don't know what the. I don't know. Hey, look.
Did you ever have any weird conversations with him about his hobbies or
He
things
just
he was
tell me that he likes. He likes ladies.
Sure.
He likes going out and watching ladies. And that's something I like to do, so we got along doing that.
Okay, great. But did you mention anything else he's ever done in the past?
Just that, if I needed any help making someone disappear, he knew what to do.
Oh, okay. Was he a magician or?
No, he's talking about murder.
Oh my God! Why do you say that word so weird?
That's how anybody says it.
Oh, okay.
How do you say it, you prick?
Hey, wait a minute.
You telling me I say something weird?
I'm sorry. I apologize. You're right. I'm not a prick though. I'm on your side.
You're a pram. You're a little pram. Being pushed around by the man.
Okay, great. Now let's get back to Silicon Valley.
Yeah, why are you talking to me for all this time?
I mean, in my opinion, your life.
You got these movie stars here.
Your
Martin
life.
Starr. You know how much he loves the Los Angeles Clippers. It's on his Wikipedia page.
Oh, you love the Los Angeles Clippers, eh?
Yeah.
That's not as interesting as your life, I feel like.
Are you kidding me? He can tell you any stat from the Los Angeles Clippers.
An amateur pediatrician, firefighter from the Sudan who fought his way out, has won the lottery 222 times, and is a DJ who makes $5 million a year.
Yeah.
And you bet all your money.
Yes.
You bet
a
$1 billion
game.
on one game,
And you won it all back.
Yeah.
And you know Bob Durst.
Yeah.
And you think his life is more interesting.
Martin Starr?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Freaks and Geeks? Holy
He was in the Veronica Mars movie.
Yeah. He's in the horror movie with the zombies in the snow.
Dead Snow 2.
2.com.
Still, it's nothing compared to your life as a movie.
My life ain't no movie.
Wait, what is happening? Are you golluming?
Are you okay?
Wait, was the character
some water?
Gollum based on you in the?
Yeah, of course. I know Petey Jacks for a long time.
You know Peter Jackson as well.
I know Petey Jackson. I know Mr. Tolkien. We were hanging out at a barbecue all together, all three of us.
And they said they just listened to your voice. They said you got something.
Well, sometimes I have a croak in my throat.
What does that sound like?
Precious.
Oh, wow. That does sound just like...
Were you just talking about that movie that you had just seen,
Huh? What movies?
based on a novel by Sapphire?
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I was doing. I said I was in the middle of eating a burger, as is my want.
Hey, and as is your right as an American citizen.
I ain't no American citizen, never
Wait,
will be.
you're not? You still have Sudanese?
Yeah. What am I giving? I love the country. Love what's going on.
What's your favorite thing about it?
Genocide.
And what is going on over there? What is going on over there?
Just a bit of cold-hearted genocide.
Tell us about the Sudan. What's it like over there?
It's great if you're part of the government. We go around, go to little villages,
Wait, you were part of the government?
Oh, yeah, I was the general that gave him the idea.
Wait, so when you said you had to fight your way out of the Sudan, you're fighting the citizens?
Yeah, they were not happy.
They wanted to execute you?
Yeah, all for a little bit of ethnic cleansing.
For your war crimes?
Nah, not total war crimes.
War and misdemeanors?
Yeah.
I do want to do something special here before we go to a
special
break and
something.
before we go to number 4. And this is a little bonus. Now, there's a certain performer who the past couple of years has
It's
not
like a gossip column.
yes, blind item.
Blind item.
Who has not gotten his due on the countdown. He's on a lot, is always one of the best parts of every show, but just by chance, he has not been on shows that the rest of the show has not struck a chord with the audience as much as his particular performance in them.
Like, he's good, but the episodes are duds.
They're not
Is that what
duds.
you're saying?
They're not duds. They're just not ones where...
Sounds like that's what you're
I
saying.
tend to have this performer on when I know I need someone in my corner who's going to be funny
you have
the
a
entire...
weak guest.
No.
It's like-
No. I mean, yes. No. When maybe a lot of times when I don't know the person, where I'm like, oh, I've never met this person before in my life. I need someone really funny to be there with me. I think he's gotten the short shrift in a lot of episodes, and so he's never been voted in the countdown before.
And he never will be.
I believe that may change
I doubt
next
it.
year because of the holiday episode that we put out a couple of weeks ago.
I doubt it.
I think that's a
I
great
think he's
episode.
gonna drag it down.
Nope. He's on fire.
His presence. No, he's great. I think he's great. I think it's like a jinx. You know what I mean?
You mean like
it's a
Robert
curse?
Durst situation?
I mean like Robert Durst. He's hiccuping. He's burping. He's blinking a lot.
By the way, that's who I think Thomas Middleditch was sort of doing in the previous clip. I think he was trying to do a Robert Durst.
Yeah, absolutely he was.
Okay. I'm, of course, talking about Jon Gabrus as Gino Lombardi.
Of course.
Of course. He's not on the top 10 this year. He wasn't on last year. He deserves to be. Jon is so funny as this character. I had heard about Jon a while. I had never seen him on stage. Several people said, hey, you got to get him on the show. And so when I had him on, he said, oh, I really want to do this character, Gino, who's really into Opie and Anthony. And I went, oh boy, this is going to be trouble.
That's the primary character trait.
And yes, it was. He's like, he wants to get into radio because he loves Opie and Anthony. I went, oh, okay, well, let's try it. Big surprise, and should have been no surprise. He's genius at it. One of the favorite characters on this show. And he's a really interesting guy and one of the sharpest improvising minds. We just had him on the Bajillion show, and everyone was gathered around the monitor just like in awe of what the stuff he was coming up with. A really, really funny guy, and really puts a lot of humanity into this character who could be a piece of shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's straddling the line very often. Very often.
But very funny. You always root for him. So I just wanted to do a little montage of some of the best Gino moments this year. And this is our bonus!
Sound speeds, whenever you're ready.
We started already, Gino.
And action.
You don't look when you're in the sound business. I don't think you even say action.
You gotta put it in there.
All
People
right.
don't know when to start it and when to stop it.
All right, very good. Hello, Gino. Gino, my intern who comes about once a month or once every 6 weeks.
Well, I
is
could
here.
use more college credits, but you're not willing to give them out. You guys
Well,
are a little
you-
stingy here.
You do not come every program. You're supposed to be here every week.
Well, some semesters I gotta actually get in the classroom and learn about radio broadcasting.
Okay, what have you learned lately?
So we have I did the 9 credits intro to Cannes.
Now, when you say Cannes, do you mean the film festival in France?
Well, no, it's 3-part class. It's 3 credits about the film festival, 3 credits about recycling, and then 3 credits about headphones.
Okay, so
The headphones one is the one that applies the most directly to the major. The other
Sure.
two are just like foundational.
for those of you this is their first time listening, Gino is a perilously thin radio
yeah,
intern.
a lot of
Oh,
people
what-
say I sound fat on the radio, so
No.
if you're listening and you're assuming I'm over 300 pounds, you're incorrect.
What do
I'm
you
a
weigh?
very
You weigh like $120.
I'm up to 124 because I've been drinking a gallon of whole milk a day.
Okay,
It's
very
called the
good.
Go Mad diet.
Yeah, you got to drink some of those naked juices and like just eat, constantly eat ice cream.
Oh, I drink tons of juice fully nude. I'm confused. What's your
Never mind.
recommendation? You drink juice only naked because if you spill it, then you can lap it up.
Exactly. If you spill it in the right place.
Oh, girl,
Hey, you got
you're
something.
preaching to the choir now.
All right, what have you been up to, Gino?
Oh, me, a lot of things. I saw. Have you ever seen the film?
Citizen Kane.
That's the
type
one.
of
Oh,
film-
yes.
I have
you seen that? Yeah, 'cause I
several
was gonna
times.
say it's the one.
Well, a classic film, in my opinion.
It's the one with the guy from the Animaniacs cartoons.
yes.
I love that movie. I didn't know they did a spin-off into a black and white film. It was pretty good. And honestly,
Yeah.
way less sledding than I thought there was going to be in that movie.
There was, you tune into a film like that and you're like, Rosebud, we know it's a sled.
Hey,
Sure.
let's see some fucking sledding.
Let's see some 360s, some 180s.
Yeah, like
you
all
know?
kinds of. I like stunt sledding
See
myself.
some dolly kicks.
So I saw that movie, and that's about all that's really happened to me in the last 6 weeks. Since
That's
you've
it?
seen me. Yeah, I
Really?
caught that movie, and that was by accident.
What kind of accident did?
I was jerking off in my living room, and my
come
mom
on.
came home from work, and I jumped behind the couch, and then her and a date sat down and watched Citizen Kane, but I couldn't get up and leave, so I watched it through a crack in the sectional for like 2.5 hours.
Okay. And how
I got found out at the end because I was weeping. I was like, "It is the sled," and I started crying, and then my mom's new
the
boyfriend.
loss of childhood innocence.
Yes. See.
Do you
there's
relate to
themes,
that
too.
theme?
Yeah, well, I took a nine credit theme course.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's 3 credits about theme parks,
Okay.
3 credits about like
Theme
TV
music,
show
theme
themes.
songs?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then-
The Simpsons.
yeah. Oh shit! I wrote my final on that.
Really?
That
Well,
line because I was like, it's important because it gets out the title of the show.
Yeah, and
Sort of-
who's in the show as well.
Right.
It's not just a title.
Yeah, meet his boy Bart. That's a weird lyric, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it really is.
I was just home for 4th of July back in Long Island. Went down to, my mom has a cabana down in Malibu. We went down there, shot off some fireworks.
Malibu, Long Island? There's
Malibu is a little beach club down in Long
I didn't know there was a
Long Island.
Malibu.
Yeah, there's all kinds. There's a Paris in Texas. There's all kinds of different cities and different places than you're supposed to be.
You got a boo down in L.I.?
I got a boo. We hanging at the boo down in Long Island, bro.
So how long were you there? Did you fly in the morning of the 4th and then right back out after the fireworks?
Yeah, I got in there. I took a red eye on the 3rd, and I came back. So I landed there 4th of July. I was there at like 7 a.m., and I took a 4 p.m. flight home on 4th of July.
Why? Just to see your mom?
From LaGuardia to Malibu, it's like a 45-minute ride. So I was in and out. You know, it was good. Saw the fireworks. I made my mom do the fireworks before sundown so I could see them. Well,
did you see any fireworks?
I saw some proverbial fireworks, like metaphorical fireworks, and I barely saw some actual fireworks, some literal fireworks.
What were the proverbial and metaphorical ones? Trouble at home?
My uncle's gotten a big brawl again this year.
Oh no! Your uncle. When you say your uncles, who are these?
These are my dad's brother and my stepdad's brother.
Okay.
So my uncle and my step-uncle, Mitch and Jimmy.
And they know each other, and they
are brothers.
They're brothers. Really? How did this happen?
They have the same. They're both adopted from the same. It's very, very complicated.
Wait, they're both adopted.
They're both adopted by the same woman, but they found later on in life that one of them was my stepdad's brother, and one of them was my real dad's brother.
So. Okay, so they found out that they were related to each other, or that they
are technically not like blood, not related to each other, but they were adopted by the same mother, so they consider themselves brothers. But turns out they're both brothers to my stepdad and dad.
Okay,
separately.
Wow.
So technically, I have
they're sort of Eskimo brothers too.
They're Eskimo, yes.
Step Eskimo brothers.
They both fucked the same girl, and that girl was, you know who it was, Darlene from Roseanne.
Really?
Is Darlene the blonde or the brunette?
I feel like Darlene was Sarah Gilbert, perhaps, which I don't think would be possible.
Why wouldn't that be possible?
I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible in this world.
Hey, dude, you're telling me.
Probable?
If Van Halen could win a VMA, my two uncles can fuck Darlene.
So a lot of fighting. What was the issue between them?
They were doing their Roman candle shoot-off thing, you know, where they hold a garbage can lid and a Roman candle and kind of shoot at each other and block it and shit. And my uncle has...
Like true Roman, like, jousting and
yeah, Roman jousting is like one of the most classic forms of combat. And we were shooting they were shooting Roman candles at each other, hitting my uncle in the eye, his eye.
He only has one eye?
He only has one eye.
What happened to the other?
He was born with just one, middle of his head.
Like a cyclops?
Right, smack in the middle. But it's super big, so it's hard to tell if it's one or two, you know.
You ever think about putting a flesh patch in the middle of that thing and turn it into two?
He wears a fake nose in between it, but it still looks fucked up.
So he has a fake nose above his real nose?
Yeah, it's a fake nose extender. It's like the top, it makes the bridge of his nose longer. So.
Okay, so it looks like the nostrils, which are down at the bottom of the nose, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, well, look, I'm not going to go out on a limb here and tell you where your nostrils might be, but for me, they're at the bottom of my nose.
How does he get the fake nose extender on? Is it with glasses, or is it just some sort of prosthetic?
Yeah, but he calls it a glass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, so he got shot in his one eye.
He got shot in the one eye with the Roman candle. He gets all pissed. He pantses my.
He's like, "That's my only eye."
That's actually what he said. That's weird that you knew that. He said, "Hey, that's my only eye." Mm-hmm. He runs over and he pantses Mitch. Mitch is pissed, so he decks Jimmy. Jimmy falls down to the ground. He lands on his back.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's his one back. So he.
Thanks for pointing to your back. Let me know where that was.
So it's not you see here.
Yeah.
This
okay.
is where
that's
my front.
No, those. Yeah.
And then about here starts a side.
Yeah.
And then after the side is the back.
You are so incredibly thin, by the way. You were able to wrap your arms around your body twice.
Yeah.
Pointing at these things.
So, and then this is my other side.
Oh my God! How are you?
And then this is the front again.
You have to gain some weight, Gino. I worry about you.
I just can't.
You're perilously thin.
It's good for me to be this thin though, because then I could just sit and coach, and I'm so comfortable, and I have
coach.
Yeah, on the plane.
Coach. Sit. I thought you were saying sit and coach.
Well,
like you were coaching.
Well, that's funny you bring that up, because on a plane is when I do a lot of my coaching.
Really, you do it via Skype? Or
I Skype in. Hopefully I can get Wi-Fi in the air, and then I do some life coaching and some basketball coaching.
And some base running drills.
Base running drills for my basketball team, because a lot of carryover. Running is good in a lot of sports. I learned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Please welcome Alicia Witt.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome to the show. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Scott.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Gina, right?
Gino. Gina is my sister's name and my mother's name.
Wait, your mother's name and your sister's name is Gina? You haven't talked about this before.
Yeah, Gina and Gina Jr.
Does anyone call you Jeannie?
My grandmother did, but she passed. So luckily no one else.
Why did she pass? What did she pass from?
Why she passed? Because God told her, "Hey, it's your time, babe." And what she passed from was getting hit by a car.
Okay.
That
How old
Were
was
you
she?
driving?
My grandfather was driving.
Okay, well, this is a bad story.
Yeah. It's a good story, a sad story though. Kind of
Yeah.
like Rudy.
Okay.
I don't sleep with anyone that I don't love.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Have you ever slept with anyone?
No, not yet.
Really? You still
I
have
had
your
a
V
feeling.
card?
Well, technically, I slept with one.
But A2M doesn't count. You know that, right?
Oh shit. Well then, yeah, I've got my V card, but not my A card.
Okay. When you
Okay.
say technically, what happened to you?
I hooked up with my babysitter when I was like 15 or 16.
Why do you have a babysitter when
Because
you're
I
15?
always fucking stubbed my toe. When my parents would leave the house, the first thing I'd do would be sprint around the house in my socks, even when I was in high school. And I would slip and fall or stub my toe all the time. They hired this 12-year-old girl from the neighborhood.
Wait a minute, she's younger than you?
She was younger than me, but I was 15, so it's not that weird.
Okay.
And she did some kind of weird. She seduced me. It was very uncomfortable. I'm not getting into it on this radio show.
Okay, yeah,
I'm not
please.
talking from here on out. I forgot about
thank
that.
you. Yeah. Number 4. And this is an episode entitled Be My Guest Literally.
Oh, snap.
Oh, yeah.
It's on now.
Like Donkey Kong. Now, this is...
Get with it, Donkey Kong.
Get to be more like Donkey Kong. Come on. This is... Let me give some backstory of this episode so you know what you're listening to. The widow Howlap, she is in the middle of directing her first documentary about her life. It's called Origin Story. She had an Indiegogo for the film to help finance the post process for it, and we did one thing which I don't think we've ever done it before. Maybe we've done it, but we've done auctions, and normally when we were doing them for the LA Food Bank in some of the old Death Ray shows, but so this is one of those. But we did if anyone bid a certain amount of money on the Indiegogo campaign, they could sit in on the recording of an episode,
Right.
and they could pick their favorite people that they wanted on the episode. And if I could get those people to do it within a reasonable amount of time, and in a time that this person could fly to LA and be on the episode, then I would arrange that.
But
So
if you couldn't do it within a certain amount of time,
then he is released from all prior commitments to me.
keeps his money.
Yeah, he keeps his money. So I was really incentivized to do this.
Of course. You hate to part with
I
money.
hate to part with money. I like it coming in. I hate it going out.
I want that bill.
I want that pill. So a gentleman named Michael Ableson, he won, and he got to pick his guests. And here are the guests he picked. He picked you, of course, Paul F. Tompkins.
Me.
He picked Lauren Lapkus. And he picked Andy Daly.
Him.
A murderer's row
Yes.
of murderers, let
Yes.
alone comedians.
We have all murdered people.
Yes, with your bare hands.
Yeah.
You hate to put on gloves while you do it.
It just feels
It's just
better.
it doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel the same.
You know what I
Like,
mean? Like I
because
can't feel it the same way.
sensitivity,
You know. I mean,
yeah.
they make thin gloves.
Yeah, I know,
with
but
some
like,
gels and stuff.
There's so
but I
much
just-
sensitivity in your
I
fingertips.
just really want to murder someone
I just
without
really
wearing
wanna-
gloves.
I wanna murder you
Come on,
inside
baby.
you.
I want to be inside you, murdering you.
I want to strangle you inside you.
So he picked you guys, and Paul, you decided you wanted to do Werner Herzog before we
Yes.
started.
That was my decision.
Lauren Lapkus picked Ho Ho,
The naughty
whom
elf.
we have heard from recently, the naughty elf, and we'll hear a lot more of Ho Ho in this episode. Than in the previous clip. Andy Daly picked a new character, at least new to Comedy Bang Bang, the French actor Jean-Claude Pepe. We're not going to hear a lot from Jean-Claude Pepe. He's going to dip in this clip, but it's really funny. You should check that out. And then one interesting part of this episode is that you, Paul, kept getting calls on your phone. Was it a new phone? New phone who dis?
I don't think it was a new phone who dis situation. I think I had here's what it was.
Okay.
I wanted to get the FaceTime sound as a cue.
Okay.
And I kept, in trying to do that,
kept messing around
I kept
with your phone.
making it make noise.
Taking it off silent. And
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
your phone rang.
So no one was actually trying to contact me at all.
We hear your phone ring several
hear
times in this.
yes.
Which led to because Ho-Ho was here, and this is March, by the way, or March, it led to us saying that it was Santa calling, and this is the inception of your Santa Claus character. And so we are going to hear little bits from this episode. It starts off where we're talking to Ho-Ho, and then Santa calls in, and then we're going to do a time jump, and Jean-Claude Pepe will already be there, and we're going to hear the pre and post Would You Rather, which leads to an unforgettable conclusion. This is your number 4.
Yeah.
Number 4.
How does Cambridge, Massachusetts compare to Cambridge, England?
They are very similar. I actually went to both of them, so it was easy to get my mail forwarded if I did that transition. And yeah, pretty much the same.
It would also be very easy to get your mail mixed up.
Hold on one moment.
Yes.
So you're saying by just by the presence of the word Cambridge and your name being affixed to the top, it found its way, much like a child writing a letter to Santa Claus, just addressing it to North Pole. It finds him no matter where he is.
That's not really how it works, actually.
Whoa!
That's not really how that works.
Who is it?
Who
Wait a
is
minute.
this strange creature?
I don't see anyone at the table, so
I'm here, man. Look down. Hello?
I don't think there's any reason to look down.
No, there is next to me. I can see
don't
a
like
tiny,
looking down.
a
Look
tiny
down.
sprightly creature.
Oh my goodness! Wait, I am looking down now. It's Ho-Ho!
Yeah, I got my legs wrapped around the microphone. Hello?
The naughty elf!
I'm naughty.
Did you just appear because you heard the mention of the North Pole and Santa Claus, or have you been here the entire show?
I was kind of
Show.
spying, but when I was listening to your conversation, I heard you improperly tell about how the mail gets to Santa.
Forgive me, strange supernatural creature. I meant no disrespect. And
Let me introduce you.
I'm terrified of this thing.
Yeah, I can imagine it's a genderless.
I'm from the future.
When your tongue came out, I couldn't help but notice it was as long as your entire body.
It is 2 wishes and a dream.
My goodness, Werner, let me introduce you. This is Ho-Ho the naughty elf. Santa, you see, does not give gifts to naughty little boys and girls. But Ho-Ho the elf found that there was a need from these children. They wanted
speed. Crack cocaine in their stockings.
These bad little boys and girls needed presents, because what is Christmas without presents? So she will give,
whatever. You'll never get it right.
I'm a bit confused on the concept because I don't understand. What is the point of giving the good little girls and boys toys to reward their behavior?
Well, everyone deserves Christmas.
Yeah, bad little boys and bad little girls get knives and shivs and guns and machetes.
But those are still considered gifts, are they?
Yeah, they can use them to kill each other and their family.
Boy, that was a lot of throwing up there.
That seems a strange thing for Santa to condone.
Yeah, Santa actually hired you. We talked about that last time you were on the show.
Yeah, he's got a lot on his plate. I had to take over the bad kids.
What was the system in place previous to your hiring?
They got nothing, just coal.
But they did get coal, so they did get a gift.
They got something.
It seems safer to give them the coal than to give them the machetes or the crack cocaine.
I don't know. I mean, coal throughout history has been used to stone people to death. I mean,
is that true at all?
Maybe.
When all the bad boys and girls got coal.
Pardon me, Ho.
No.
I would like to pursue this idea that throughout history coal was used to stone people.
Look, it's not as hard as a rock, but it's hotter.
So it was hot coals.
Yes.
People were warming up a barbecue grill.
Yes. They're like, you know what? Let me pause for a second. I need to stone this person to death.
For heresy?
Certainly. For crimes against humanity.
And so the coals I crave your indulgence.
Ho-Ho, do you throw up when you hear something that you are attracted to in terms of your general aesthetic?
Okay.
3 throw-ups in a row.
This is like a Morse code of throw-ups.
Yeah, figure this out. I said, fuck you very much.
Fuck you very much. Ho-ho. It's not that kind of show.
Show.
I've heard you say this before, but there is no evidence to support your claim.
There really is not.
This is not that kind of show.
I think it kind of has turned into this kind of a show.
It turned into
over the years. Didn't mean to start out that way.
Who's your friend?
Okay, this is Michael Ableson.
Oh, I know you. You're bad.
Oh,
bad
Michael.
To the
Am
bone.
I on the
Naughty,
list?
naughty.
Am I on the list?
Yeah, you are. Didn't you get my present last year?
I did receive a machete in the mail, but I did order that, so I didn't know.
I put it in the
Why do
box.
you think you ordered it?
Good point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
'cause
know.
you were naughty.
So, Michael is kind of a bad boy. Well, you know, for the listener out there, he's got a lot of money. He showed up here wearing a leather jacket and cool sunglasses.
He
and
rode
he's,
up on a motorcycle.
yeah.
Peeled in and then dove off it. I watched.
And it just went crashing into the building. Caused a lot of structural damage, I believe.
He doesn't care. He's got dough to blow.
Blow, blow. So he's one of the naughty kids. How long has he been on the naughty list, Ho-Ho?
You're on the naughty list from day one. You pop out and you're naughty. It's born inside you.
Was an original sin situation.
Yeah, original sin you never washed away.
Sorry, I just want to clarify. That's just me, or is that the nationwide? That's the situation.
That's the rule.
Okay.
So when people pop out of the close-ups of the woman's vagina with all of the disgusting blood and everything,
Bile.
Yeah, the bile coming out of her piss.
then the child is just naturally bad and will never change.
Yeah, depending on if it's bad or good.
Oh, sure.
Maybe it depends on what the mom ate. I haven't figured it out yet.
So you have no scientific study on this at
No
this point.
way, I'm not a scientist. I'm a naughty elf.
But there could be some link between the mother's diet and whether or not the child is born inherently bad or good.
Yeah, maybe she ate too much Thai food.
Okay, so stay away from the Thai food for the moment, young.
Or don't. We have no,
have no empirical evidence to the contrary,
eat
or
more Thai food, perhaps.
yeah, it could be. Yeah, maybe exclusively Thai food. We don't know.
How many children in Thailand are born bad?
0.
Okay, well, this
I feel as if
we have a lot of
strong
evidence at
case.
this point. So really, you never get out there to Thailand?
I don't have to go. They're all good. All they do is make charities and stupid shit I hate.
Seems like a lot of people on the naughty list go to Thailand
Yeah.
from America.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they want to see the ping pong balls.
We know what you're talking about, Ho-Ho.
You want me to explain? Ho-ho.
Go ahead.
Well, when a woman loves a man, she sticks a ping pong ball up her hoo-ha and shoots it out.
Hoo-ha?
And shoots it out into his mouth and back and forth until eternity. And everyone dies.
I'm familiar with the beginning of the story, but not the ending.
Oh, wait, by the way, is Werner on your naughty list?
He has been, but he got off it.
Oh, how? I thought that you were on it until the end of time.
He's the exception to the rule. Because he made a movie I liked.
Which one?
Which film was this?
Boyhood.
He didn't make Boyhood.
Shut up.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, Werner Herzog's Boyhood.
I hope everyone enjoyed all 5 hours of it. Working with Patricia Arquette was a dream come true.
I wonder what it's like to be just a boy and not a boy and a girl at the same time. Like me.
Is that your dream eventually, to be just a boy, much like Pinocchio?
No, my dream's to live on a rainbow and barf all day and night.
You'll get there. Where do you live now again?
I live inside Santa.
Inside him? Where?
Well, he has a little vest on. You can't see it.
He went to
under his-
Vest Point. We've
Yeah.
talked about that.
And they go inside a little pocket. It's not really inside his body, but it's kind of on his person.
Okay. And you're very close to him. Does he know what you're up to on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, we Skype all day long.
Okay.
You want to talk to him?
Yeah, I would love to.
Well, let me see if he's busy.
All right, here we go. Let's see.
He's busy.
He's busy. Try him again. I would love Santa over here.
Nah, he's busy. He's not answering.
Oh.
Wait! Incoming Santa call. Hold on, let me press it.
What's going on, Ho-Ho?
Well, I'm just over here doing comedy Bang Bang for fun.
Oh, that filthy show?
Yeah, I make it filthy. Blah.
You're not the only one. It's one of those kinds of shows.
You listen though, huh?
Of course I do. I have to kill a lot of time around the workshop.
Why do you think he's always laughing and so jolly?
Oh, who's that in the background?
Oh, hi, this is Scott Aukerman.
Oh, no!
Hello.
Not a fan?
Well, I mean, you get great guests.
Yeah, but, my skills are a little lacking.
You've come a long way, I think, since
Maybe.
the early days.
But still not quite there. I get it.
Well, I mean, it's like I get why people like you.
Yeah, but it's an acquired taste.
Yeah.
That you have not acquired yet.
That's right.
Where's Mrs. Claus? Still looking hot?
Well, we've talked about this. It's not my favorite thing when you say those sort of suggestive things about Mrs. Claus.
But is she still hot, though?
She's very attractive, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
One time I got stuck between her tits.
Now, that was private.
Oh.
Wait, why were you stuck between Mrs. Claus? What were you even doing in there, and why is it private to Mr. Claus?
Well, if it was your wife, would you want to talk? Well, you probably would.
Well.
But I think most people, if it was their wives, they wouldn't want it all over the world that it happened.
Santa, while I have you on the phone, we have a bad little boy here on the phone. And
no!
He's wondering if he can possibly be the second exception to the rule, much like Werner Herzog, and get off the naughty list. His name is Michael Ableson. Now,
the corporate lawyer?
Yes, originally from Cambridge, but then he moved to Cambridge as to not confuse you.
Okay, gotta go.
Wait, no.
Oh, he's gone. I lost the signal due to him hanging up.
So sorry, Michael.
Could we please explain to Santa that I did recently donate to an Indiegogo campaign for a very good cause?
Yes. Ho-ho campaign.
Oh, go.
What if if you had an Indiegogo campaign, what would you fund?
Well, I'm trying to get one off the ground, actually.
Oh, tell us all about it. Leave no detail out.
I'm making a documentary about my life, but...
Wow, you've lived a long time. I think we talked about that. How old are you?
Hundreds of years. Definitely hundreds.
Centuries,
yeah,
one might say.
Yeah, some might say that. But I have a lot of home videos from that time, and I want to piece them together and make a really cool documentary about my life and what it's like to live on the North Pole.
You have home videos from hundreds of years ago?
Yeah.
Centuries, some might say.
I made flip books of my whole life.
Oh, so there are home videos of drawings that you made of flip books that you then, when home video was
With
invented.
With a flip cam, yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
The flip book is a lost art. My first attempt at making the film Strotzek was a flip book.
Was it now?
It's very hard to make one big enough for a theater full of people to see.
And you have to have
much
a big
less
thumb.
to flip it. It took the thumbs of several dozen people, but in the end they could not coordinate properly.
I'm so sorry.
And they dropped the book, and 4 people were crushed.
Oh my goodness!
I like that. Sounds like a good day.
You seem like a very contrary person.
I like people die.
Is that your favorite day when you go to a funeral?
Yeah, I like to watch and laugh.
What's the funniest funeral you ever went to?
It was a baby.
It's pretty good. And it was an innocent baby, I presume?
Yeah, least likely to happen, so I think that's hysterical.
Very good, Ho-Ho, very good. Ho-Ho, I don't know what it is about you. You're disgusting, you're small, you're genderless, but I love you.
Gotta love me, not the mama.
It's just a quote from Dinosaurs, I think.
I don't know. Dinosaurs, the ABC show?
Yes,
Yeah,
I think
not the
Ho-Ho
mama.
just worked a quote in from Dinosaurs.
Werner, didn't you work on that show?
Yes, I did. I was the one that made sure that all of the characters were something that no one ever wanted to see, that they were very discomforting, and that you would never enjoy watching them on a regular basis.
Have you seen the finale?
Of course. I watch it once a month to remind myself why I do what I do.
Yeah, I love how it's all about how dinosaurs are going to become extinct because of all this bad stuff people doing. I think that's funny.
And maybe historically inaccurate.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. Not the mama. Woo! I almost had to fly away after that.
Yeah. By the way, is there something that can trigger you flying away?
Yeah, but you'll know when it happens.
Okay, very good. Maybe it'll happen by the end of the show. We don't know. Oh, wait! Come back! Oh! I got his little tiny foot dragging it down.
Oh, let me go, you bitch!
What did we do? I don't know. It seemed like we just paused and you flew away.
Whatever you said, did it.
Oh, I can't remember anymore.
Me neither.
Oh, well. All right. Time to play Would You Rather. We, of course, know how to play this. Michael, you know how to... What is that? Is Santa calling? Santa?
I answered.
Oh, yeah, hey. Are you guys playing a game?
Oh, yeah, we're playing Would You Rather.
Oh, can I play too?
Oh, I would love for you to
Spying
play.
on me. Always listening.
I love games.
Oh, what's your favorite game?
Jax.
thought you were going to say reindeer games.
That's his favorite movie.
Boy, that would have been I wish I'd said that.
Have you seen the movie Reindeer Games?
Ask me how many times.
How many times have you
Once.
Oh. Not good?
It was all right. It's watchable.
How many times have you seen Hoop Dreams, Santa?
Oh, Hoop Dreams. You know what? It makes me cry every time, but I can't stop watching it.
Is your favorite singer Kevin Rudolph?
I don't even know who that is.
Lil Wayne's guitarist?
Oh, Lil Wayne's guitarist.
Is his favorite singer?
He's known for his singing?
Well, he sang 2 solo songs that I can think of.
Okay. What are those songs? I'll check them out.
Something about, like, we're gonna start it, or something like that.
Sure. Memorable. Are they on Spotify?
We're going to start it.
Taylor Swift.
Something like that.
Yeah.
We're gonna start it. Rock! Oh, let it rock, or something like that.
Sounds pretty good.
Yep. Check it out. You might
I'll
like
make
it.
a note of it.
Okay.
I got an iTunes gift card for Christmas.
From who?
Me.
Wait a minute, you're on the naughty list?
Yeah, how about that?
Isn't that a shitty gift?
Terrible.
Is it possible to make that in your toy workshop? A iTunes gift card?
We
Can it be
make them,
made?
but they're not valid.
I see.
But I make a
Very
code.
frustrating.
What did you do to get on the naughty list? Or I guess you have been since you were born.
Yeah, original sin.
Oh, my goodness.
It's not a good deal.
Is it a lot like Original Sin that's derived from Cain and Abel?
I feel like I'm taking up too much of the conversation. Wait, Cain and Abel?
Isn't that the original sin, the first murder?
That's right, Cain
well, I guess
slew
there's
Abel.
Adam and Eve did.
That was the original
They ate
sin.
a bite of the apple. I don't consider that to be the original
That's
sin.
not as bad as murder.
No, I mean
But
the first one.
That's why Santa made up Christmas, because he felt so bad about how bad he was. He wanted to make something good in the world.
That's why I made up Christmas.
Yep.
But listen, God did say specifically, don't eat the apple. He never told anybody not to murder.
Well, that's a good point.
That's true. That had to be set down in stone sometime later. Like, oh, God, guess what, guys? I also don't like that.
Was God sort of like, oh man, I forgot about the murder. I should have said something. All right, I'm not going to punish you guys.
I think he thought it was just understood.
Yeah, it
Like,
should
hey,
be.
don't murder each other.
What if murder was okay?
I'd love it.
This is a good screenplay. Jean-Claude, would you like to be in this?
A screenplay in which murder was okay?
Well, no, it's the guy, the first line is, what if murder was okay?
Yeah.
And then the second line is, hey, shut up. And then it has a different plot. I don't know what the plot is yet.
We'll keep working on it.
Okay, can I contact you when I have
please,
something?
absolutely, yes,
It's a very intriguing first exchange of dialogue.
Oh boy, I have an actor, I have a director
I
on
have
board.
the plot.
And I have
I have the plot.
the plot.
You need a plot.
Okay.
Where would you say
You
it
said
goes
it's not
from
going to be
there?
about that.
Right.
So really, it's about these puppies who all learn how to play soccer.
There's nothing in the rule book about that.
I know, that's what I mean. Crazy.
There's also nothing in the rule book that says puppies can't murder. That's nowhere in the Bible.
That's true. Puppies are allowed
It's
to do
true.
anything they
The
want.
Bible is just a handbook for human beings, not for animals.
That's true. Wow, what if puppies wanted to murder people? I wonder
Who
if they...
says they don't?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Santa.
Have you ever tried to have fun with a puppy and then it's gnawing on your hands and you're like, hey, take it easy, dude. I just want to pet you.
100% of that is accurate to my life.
This is, I think, Santa Claus is onto something. And
I think he's
again,
on something.
I don't want to bring it back to me, but further proof that nature hates us.
Very good.
Good one, Werner.
I like thinking of the Bible as a handbook.
I think Penthouse is a handbook, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
I use my hands when I read that.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, a double ho-ho. That never
Rare.
happens.
It looks like at one point, Michael Ableson, you are a winner. Congratulations.
Oh, fantastic.
That's how we play Would You Rather.
What a bunch of bullshit.
Santa!
Not
Dude.
fair, not fair.
Whatever, bro.
Dude and bro?
Yeah.
Please don't talk during the Would You Rather end theme.
I've never established that you can't talk during the end
That's true.
theme.
We gotta
Come
love
on.
this
It's a
guy.
fair point.
Come
I
on,
just
Michael.
feel like
Trying to
the,
show off for company.
the exterior could be gingerbread, even if every other part of it.
No.
Jean-Claude, get off of it.
It's food. It's not going to survive the climate of the North fucking Pole.
That's absurd. Where you put things in a refrigerator, I'm to help them survive. I think the cookies would be fine.
I think there's kind of a difference between
there's no
your
wild-
fridge at
yeah.
home and the fucking North Pole.
And there's no
But
wildlife.
What do I know? I'm just an immortal creature who lives there.
There's no wildlife in your fridge to nibble on these
good,
walls
good
as
one,
well.
Good one, Scott. Thanks for backing me up.
Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. You sound
I'm being
sarcastic. though.
sarcastic, yeah.
Why are you being so sarcastic? I'm backing you up, you son of a bitch.
How much wildlife do you think is eating gingerbread at the North Pole?
I don't know, a fucking raccoon or something?
A raccoon!
Fight!
Snow raccoon?
Oh, come on.
How?
Okay.
I would fight you. Why don't you come down here?
Oh, I'll fucking fight you.
Why don't you get down here right now? Take your goddamn stupid sleigh with your stupid reindeer, Dasher, Dancer, and all that. I'll throw up the sash and I'll kick your fucking ass with it.
Okay, make sure you got your nightcap on, because here I come. I'm hanging up right now.
Okay. All right. Very good. I can't wait for Santa to show up.
That seems like a mistake.
You think so? Really? Does
He's almost here.
Ho, does he have special powers of any sort?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Well, the fact that he cannot die will make him fearless in a fight.
Oh, no.
Fearless. He has nothing to lose.
I didn't think about that. He can't even die for murder?
He also is very well padded with all of his layers and layers of fat.
Oh, I didn't think about this. I wonder if I can get out of this fight. Oh, shit. No, nobody in here.
Of course, it took him no time at all.
Well. Look at this candy-ass motherfucker.
Oh, no.
You want to fight Santa? Is that what I fucking heard over FaceTime? Because I'm ready to go, brosif.
Santa.
Oh, I'm so scared, Santa.
Santa, I think that we had a bad connection. You certainly didn't hear
Oh,
what
really?
you thought you
Really?
heard.
Let's see if this is a bad connection.
Oh, God!
Yeah! Go, Santa,
How do you like it? Is this connecting? Am I connecting with you?
Santa! Ho, save me!
Oh, yeah, right! Watch this! Hi-ya!
That's right. Oh, get in there.
Jean-Claude, why are you joining in?
Well, it's just that I have this important shoot tomorrow for Geico, and I don't want to get to risk being bruised or in any way hurt.
Everyone named Jean-Claude likes to fight.
And to Ableson, why are you throwing punches?
But listen, if you need a personal injury, Laura, when it's all done, I'd be happy to help you out.
That's not your field! Ow!
Die!
It does not feel good to just stand here and watch a man be beat to death by Santa Claus and an elf. But I don't see that I have a better option.
And an English person, 3 mythical creatures. Werner, what are you doing?
I am recording all of this.
Is this your next film, like Grizzly Man?
Fingers crossed.
Oh, God. This is terrible.
Had enough?
I think I have.
Yeah, all right. Remember that next time.
All right, Santa, I'm sorry.
Piece of shit.
See you at home.
Santa, why did you throw $3 bills down at me on the ground?
Hey! Lou, what am I doing? What am I doing right now?
You're touching your...
I'm laying a finger aside of my nose. Goodbye.
Oh! Number 3. These are a couple of interesting young children who have their own business we'll talk about. I want to welcome JJ and Murphy O'Malaman.
Hey!
Are you saying hey to each other? Or?
Oh, yeah, we haven't seen each other in a while.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Yeah, we haven't seen each other in like, I don't know, 20 minutes.
Okay, well, turn your focus to me and say hey to me. What do you say?
Hey.
Okay, yeah, when an adult says hello or introduces you, it's customary to
bow.
No, you don't have to bow. Please stop bowing, please. You're doing like a Japanese half bow. Please stop that.
I recently learned that.
Yeah, from the Japanese.
Yeah. Now, you kids, how old are you guys?
Well, I'm 10.
You could say, I'm 8.
Okay, I will say it because it's the truth, or are you lying?
No, you could say it, but I'm really 11.
We're having fun.
That's a lot of fun. So,
we like to have fun.
What was the distance in between your births? Was it 9 months, or was it a year and a half, or?
Yeah, it was about 9 months. My parents, they did it once, they had me, and then they did it again and had him.
Yeah.
Yuck.
So what's your
Remember?
Yeah, I remember them doing it.
Murphy, what's your birthday?
It's September 6th.
And so JJ, that would make yours then
9/11.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, so now you guys have an interesting business, I know. And
you could say that.
Yeah.
Wait, so do you or don't you?
We do.
Well, we think it's pretty normal, but I understand that not a lot of kids do it.
Yeah, well, not a lot of kids have businesses, nor are they entrepreneurs.
Yeah, I guess that's true. We've been trying to get this business off the ground for a while, but it's really working out now.
Yeah, it's really humming.
So you guys have gotten it off the ground.
Yeah, it's flying.
Yeah, are you incorporated, or what do you have, an LLC, or?
I don't know. How do you answer that?
You just cash under the table?
Grown-up questions make me nervous.
Look, we just get monies from the people.
Do you accept traveler's checks, diners club?
Just dollars and cents, sir, please.
Dollars and cents, okay. And
look, pal. It's just a detective agency. That's it.
Okay.
We're kid detectives.
You're kid detectives.
Yeah, solving crimes and making people do time.
Yeah,
You're
hard
putting
time.
people in jail?
Yep.
Yeah.
Meaning your testimony. You're not. Do you perform citizens arrests or?
We lock them up in the slammer. We built our own jail in my dad's basement.
What?
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, I don't know that it's cool. How many convicts do you have down
We
there?
got 3 rotting right now.
Yeah, serving their time.
Everyone is rotting, technically.
I guess so.
Wow, what a creep.
From the moment you're born, your body starts decaying and dying.
Hey, this guy's making me nervous.
So, well, that's adorable. So, I mean, other than the locking people up, I believe you're depriving them of their constitutional rights by locking them into. Or are the police aware of this?
No, the cops don't know. Did you notice our uniforms?
Yeah, we don't have any uniforms. We're in street clothes. Civvies.
Wait, what did you say? Do you notice our uniforms? And then you, of course, said, "Of course
we don't have any."
Right.
Because I said, "Did you notice them?" As in,
Did you
why,
notice
how could you?
They're non-existent. Yeah, of course. Very good. So, if you were
Our
to have
uniforms are shorts and T-shirts.
Just kid clothes, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how did you get interested in this? I mean, this is an interesting occupation for a young child to be in. I mean, a lot of kids, they're out there on the playground, or they're like, "Hey, I love my Dolly. I like my Barbies."
Well, we'll tell you. One night, a couple of our friends dared us to go in Old Man Withers' old abandoned house.
That's creepy.
Yeah, and we said, I don't know, no, that looks scary. And
now, is that a direct quote?
Yeah.
That's why you were stuttering like that? Is that's exactly what you said
Well,
at the
our
time?
knees were knocking, sir.
Oh, okay. Certainly.
Sir.
Thank you for that modicum of respect directed at me.
Yeah. So they dared us to spend one night in there, and we did it, and there was a ghost, and we found out that all it was wanting was just to know that people really remembered it.
Okay. All right. So a real ghost.
Yeah.
Are you guys nervous right now?
Yeah.
Just talking about it?
I'm scared just thinking about the ghost.
Yeah. Well, we had our notepad and our flashlight and a bunch of marshmallows.
And our backwards hats.
Okay. So did the marshmallows come into play ever?
We ate them for sustenance.
Yeah, you big dumb toy.
Okay. I thought maybe you used it to catch the ectoplasm. Okay.
Ecto what?
Sorry, guys.
Who is this guy?
Now, I don't know that this is detection work as much as going into a house and just seeing a ghost.
Well, we haven't told you about our current crime.
Did you guys hear that, by the way? There was like a door squeak.
That's what made me stop in my words.
Yeah, stop right in my words.
Right in my words.
Yeah, because you said your current crime, but you must have meant current crime stopping.
Yeah,
case.
we're on a case right now.
Case is what I meant.
What is the case you're on right
Case.
Well, somewhere in the city of Los Angeles, there's a guy who's skinning women alive. And
skinning women alive?
Yeah. And we've come across a couple of skinned bodies, still sort of in their last moments of life.
They've been flayed.
Yeah.
And we're taking it upon ourselves to figure out who did it.
Yeah.
How did you come across these bodies? I mean, one is weird enough, but you've come across more than one?
Well, the first one was our mom.
Yeah, and we sure do miss her.
But, don't worry. We put her out of her misery real quick. We put a bunch of salt on her.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, that is not putting...
She shrunk up like a slug.
That's not putting someone out of their misery. That's lengthening their pain. To put her out of, I would have grabbed a brick or something and bashed her in the head or something like that.
Hey, that's our mom.
Okay.
She dried up like a salt lick.
Yeah.
Okay. So this was the first case? This was the first instance of this happening?
Yeah.
And then, we wandered around town. Kind of sad. Kind of missing our mom.
Yeah, our dad wasn't around. Ever since that happened, he's been on the lam.
Yeah, we wonder who did it to our mommy. And so we went out searching, and we found other ladies from her book club who were all flayed and dead.
Yeah.
Other ladies from her book club. What,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
what,
so we think
what
it has
book
something to do with the book they were reading.
Yeah. What book were they reading?
A Tale of Two Cities.
Did you hear that? Is that ghost again?
Oh, man.
Ghost.
So they were reading A Tale of Two Cities. They were reading A Tale of Two Cities by Dickens?
No.
No.
An updated version.
By J.K. Rowling.
Okay. And are all of the women you went around to the women in this book club? Why did you go to the first one, by the way?
Well, we wanted to see if maybe they knew who killed our mom.
Yeah.
Okay. These are her closest friends?
Yeah.
Nancy, who's the first woman we stopped at, she was always really nice. She took us in when we were running away from our dad sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Because sometimes our dad would chase us with a knife and say he was going to skin us.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. But moving on to the case, what Nancy is the first woman you drop by, and where was she? Describe the scene.
Well, we opened the door, and then we went through the hallway, and then we went to the kitchen, which was covered in blood, and the skins.
And she had Hostess cupcakes. Yummy.
Cool. So we had a bit of a cupcake right there and then.
Our mom never let us have those when she was alive.
Yeah, so we split one in two, and then each had a half. We don't want to overdo it.
So you had a quarter of a cupcake.
No, I said half.
Oh, I thought you meant you split one in two, and then each had a half of that half.
I had an eighth of an eighth.
Math is getting very complicated for me right now. All right, so you haven't seen the body at this point.
No, sir. And we went upstairs to her room, and we went in her bathroom, and she was in her tub.
Yeah.
Any water in the tub, or I would imagine there's a lot of blood.
Just blood.
Yeah, just a whole lot of blood.
And her face with no skin and no nose.
How did you recognize her? How did you know it was Nancy?
She was holding the book.
Yeah, and she was still alive.
Oh, and she said, "My name is Nancy," in case you don't recognize me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it sounds like you were there.
Oh, no. I mean, I
were
certainly...
you there?
Well, no, I have an alibi for that night, certainly.
Where the heck were you that
Well,
night?
I have an alibi for May 31st, of
How'd
course.
you know what day it was?
What?
Okay, Murph. Good cop, bad cop.
Okay, take notes.
All right, mister.
Want a snack?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love a snack. I mean, do you have any kind of, like, dry peanuts?
Sure. I'll get some from 7-Eleven. You be bad.
Now listen up, bozo.
Hey.
Where
Just 'cause
were
I
you?
have a red nose because all my capillaries in it have burst because of my drinking doesn't mean that you can call me bozo.
I don't suppose you were drinking on the night of June 6, 19...
I'm back. What date are you talking about?
I'm talking about the D-Day invasions again.
He said it was May 31st.
Oh, sorry. What were you doing on May 31st?
I was sitting around at home by myself, not calling anyone on the telephone.
Oh, he was going to say killing time.
Oh. Yeah. Let me see your wallet.
Oh, certainly. Here you go.
$2, $8, $12, $100.
$112. 1 + 1 + 2, that's 4. 4 Washington Lane. The next clue is in the White House.
Let's go.
4 Washington Lane. You guys are going to be lost.
What are you talking about?
No, you. That's not where.
Lost.
That's not where the.
Lost the show. John Locke.
L-O-S-T. 4
4 letters. 4 Washington Lane. The next clue is at the White House.
Let's go.
Guys, sounds like you just want to go to the White House and you don't know where it is.
It is 4 letters, 4 Washington Lane.
Okay.
The White House.
Okay, let me give
Next
you.
clue is at the White House.
We have to go. What are we doing? We're wasting time.
Let me give you a tip. 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. That's where you want to go.
So you know the location we have to go to for the next clue.
Well, I don't think there's any clues at this White House.
I think we were right. The clue is at the White House all along.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just because you stress something doesn't mean that it makes sense.
It sounds like the clue is at the White House this whole time.
Okay, no, guys.
Wait, we live in a White House.
Mom? Dad? Who killed Mom?
Okay, guys, what?
Looking through my notes, pictures, drawings of Mom. She's dead. Who did it?
Okay, can I say something about your deductive reasoning skills?
If you gotta. Jeez.
I don't know that you're that good at this.
Okay.
Hey, we've solved a bunch of cases.
Who are the 3 guys in the basement?
Well, one's our principal.
Okay. By the way, are these guys that your dad just chased around with a knife and locked up in the basement?
No, our principal was really mean, so we locked him up to teach him a lesson.
Yeah, and he was also spying on kids.
What crime is he guilty? He is spying on kids?
He poked holes in the bathroom wall.
Yeah,
and he put his eyes behind the holes.
Yeah, and then when he was good and ready, he shoved his wiener in there.
At what point was he good and ready?
When he said,
I'm good and ready. Here comes the wiener.
He sang the dreidel song.
He said,
and when it's good and ready, I'll shove it through the wall.
He said, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. When it's good and ready, I'll shove it through the wall.
Okay. It's a strange catchphrase for this guy. But
yeah, well that's what Mr. Sahlberg gets.
But you need to know what his penis looked like.
Oh, okay.
A dreidel.
Yeah.
It was pointy and thin coming out, and then got really wide, and then pointy at the bottom.
Yeah, and it had all those symbols on it.
Oh, okay.
Like none.
Yeah, he was a Dybbuk.
Okay. So this was the first guy that you put away?
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay. Is it true?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the first guy we tried to put away, he ran, so we shot him.
Oh, boy. What was his crime?
Running away.
Oh, okay. Was it sort of a stand your ground law kind of situation?
When two kids of the law come up to you and start asking questions, don't run away. That just makes you look guilty.
Ah, okay. What were you asking questions about?
Well, where's the nearest peanut store?
And like, what do you do if you wet your pants but you don't have new ones?
Yeah, and how can you cry as quiet as you can?
And like, what do you do if your dad comes smack you in the head?
Yeah, and if you've shaved half your head by accident, how long will it take for the rest of it to grow back?
And if you have a scrape up your back from being whipped, what does that mean?
Yeah, and how long would it take to peel off all your fingernails, and will it hurt?
And then he ran away.
And then he ran away from you two weird, creepy kids, and then you brought out a gun and shot him in the back?
Yeah.
We're not creepy. We're detectives.
Yeah.
We keep the creeps off the streets.
I see.
Yeah.
I understand.
But we do pack heat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we shot him with a potato gun.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's not that bad, right?
It broke his skull.
Oh, and lodged into his brain?
Yeah, and he's allergic to potatoes.
Oh, okay.
Which we knew.
Okay, so this is premeditated.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
We're not klutzing around.
All right. So that was the first guy, and then you moved on to your principal, and then there were a couple others, and then
Yeah. Also, we solved the crime of who stole the treasury from the student body at our school.
Oh,
Yeah.
who was this?
Well, it turned out to be class president Janine Garoppolo.
Janine Garofalo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We let her become a famous stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Wait, so was she sort of like, you know how they gave Dr. William H. Cosby a honorary doctorate? Was she honorary class president
Yeah.
of your because she was so famous?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did she go to your high school?
No, we're not in high school. We're in elementary.
Oh, that's right. You're in elementary school.
Yeah, you big dumb doink doink.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay.
Oink, oink, oink. I'm Scott Augman. I'm a pig.
Hey, come on.
I'm a pig. I just want to eat popcorn and gold.
Okay, you know what? I don't really appreciate that kind of characterization of me. You know, I mean...
Oink, oink, oink. Let me roll around the mud.
Okay.
That was real. That was really good.
Yeah.
All right.
We've seen you.
Okay. What? Wait
We've
a
seen
minute.
you roll around the mud.
Yeah, we saw you in front of your house.
How have you
1,
seen-
2, 3, Cherry Face Lane.
Yeah, how did you... What have you guys been doing there?
Well, we've just been following clues. Let's just say you're on the suspect list.
Yeah, we didn't want to tell you, but you're our number one.
Wait, is that why you guys are here? Is that how you got on the show? Is because you wanted to interrogate me?
You could say that.
Yeah. You could say that.
4 words. For Washington Lane. The next clue's at the White House.
Guys, no.
Take us there, Mr. Aukerman.
No.
Come on, let's drive.
I can't tell
It
if
won't
I'm...
take that long, sir.
I can't tell if I'm a suspect in this crime or whether you just are looking for a field trip.
Well, both. Because the
guess-
fun part about searching for clues is that you get to learn lessons along the way. And what better lesson to learn than our nation's history at the White House?
Maybe
Okay.
we can meet Mr. Obama.
Oh, cool.
What you guys are interested in history? I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
obviously you know a little bit about the invasion of Normandy.
Oh, man. Gold, Juno, sword. Those are all the Commonwealth and British beaches. Cool.
All I care about is the Challenger exploding.
That's all you want to know about?
Yeah.
That's the only piece of American history you're interested in.
Yeah, and I haven't learned much.
Man,
Okay.
she loves that Challenger explosion.
Okay.
I watched the video over and over.
Yeah, the night our mom died, that's all she did.
The night that lady who was a teacher who had a dream died in a spaceship, I knew it would be the best video I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, all right. I have to ask you guys, are you really trying to solve this crime of your mother being flayed alive and eventually leading to her demise?
Well, wouldn't you want to solve it if your mommy was flayed?
Wouldn't you want to know who did that to your mommy?
Sure, but are you sure that maybe you guys didn't,
do it?
I don't
We've
mean
never
have,
had sex.
I don't mean have
No
sex with each
way.
other.
We're brother and sister.
That's my sister. We've only finger banged.
Yeah, that's my brother. I really jerked him off.
Okay, guys. Wait. You're 10.
So?
You're 10.
She's 11.
Oh, okay. That
And
makes
kids got to get it on.
All right. Guys.
If there's one thing we know, kids gotta get it on.
After you poured salt on your mother, you guys didn't do any, weird stuff over the body, right? I mean...
Not weird, unless you think it's weird to ride her like a pony with my brother's arms around my waist.
Okay. I don't know where that falls on the weird spectrum. I'm not really sure. I've never imagined it.
I was just holding on, and sometimes the ride gets real bumpy, so I gotta grab her breasts.
Okay.
It's cool.
All right. Number 2. All right, this is an episode 336 from February 22. This is an episode called Not Farts and Procreation 4.
Oh. Very special episode.
VSE. I want to say VSP. I don't know why. Maybe the P in episode. Special VSP.
Special episode.
Let's just call it a VSP.
Yeah, VSP.
This is a VSP.
I like it from now on.
Of course, this was our good friend Harris Wittels, his last episode of Comedy Bang Bang ever. He's in the television show as well, playing a couple parts. Probably most importantly, the temp who was taking over for Bookie. We recorded this episode that you're going to hear a segment from 5 days before Harris passed away. And then
I don't know, it was that close.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
it was that close.
5 days.
Something like I think it was 5 or 6 days before.
It was great to hear that, and it really was helpful to hear that.
Yep.
I think that it helped a lot of people who were fans of the show who only knew Harris through his work. And
Well, it'd be weird if he just disappeared too.
Yeah,
it was kind
absolutely.
of like we had this one in the chamber.
Yeah.
So why not put it out?
Yeah,
So, yeah.
And I also think for a lot of younger people who are comedy fans, who maybe haven't experienced this kind of loss in their life yet, that it was it was helpful to kind of hear this after that happened. I don't know, just to ease the pain a little bit.
Well, I'm glad people liked it. I'm glad people voted for it. And when I put it out, I was kind of like, do I even put it in the voting? I almost feel like it's like to vote on it is, but at the same time, who cares? People, vote, it's not number one. It shouldn't even be number one. Like it's, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like to sympathy vote it is not the right thing to do, but it is super, super funny. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to play the first segment from it, not in its entirety, but quite a bit of it. And this is, of course, Harris Wittels, as well as Adam Scott and Chelsea Peretti. And I was listening to it last night. Chelsea's in a great mood and so funny. And Adam, of course, is great. And we're just having a really, really good time. So this is not Farts and Procreation 4, the final one in the quadrilogy. And here it is. This is your number 2. Number 2. Let me introduce you collectively. The Farts and Pro crew is here. Hello, guys. Welcome to the show. It's been too long.
It took 4 years to schedule this.
Yeah, we've been trying to schedule this fourth one since the first one.
Has it really been? How long has it been since the last one?
Who cares? I'm not a fucking historian.
Whoa. Well, I am.
You definitely were not in the calendar year of last year. I think it was the summer of the year previous, 2013.
So we're going on 2 years.
Yeah.
That summer.
Yeah.
I know what you did that summer.
So wait, I know what you did that summer.
I know what you did that summer.
But what did you do last summer?
Should we just talk about what we all did last summer?
Sure, why not?
I don't remember anything.
I put on a spooky mask. I killed a bunch of teenagers. Wow. The air conditioning ended right as there was a pause. It just literally took the air out of the room.
Man.
Guys, what is happening? First of all, you're all here. How do you feel about Parks and Rec ending? I mean, Adam, no one knew who you were before then. You had tiny little pop-up roles in Veronica Mars, and of course, you were in
Mr. Belding.
Was it Saved by the Bell? What were you in?
What?
You played Mr. Belding.
Yeah, so
That was pretty well known.
Thank you, Chelsea.
And you used to get like a handy every week on Tell Me You Love Me.
That's right.
You were Jack A.
That's right.
Jack A off
on 227.
Jack A.
And so this was a career milestone for you. And then Harris and Chelsea, I mean, you were both, writers of note, perhaps, in tinier projects, but this has made your careers. How do you feel about the end of this program?
Adam is crying.
Adam, what's going on? Where are you? I mean,
I hope those are tears of joy.
Well, it's hard.
What is?
Oh my god.
My penis.
And that makes you cry?
Why are you crying about that? It's
hurts.
natural. Has it been 4 hours or more?
It makes me so happy.
So they're tears of joy.
It's hard.
Okay. All right.
How seldom do you get a hard penis that
You cry.
Every 20 minutes.
you get a hard one every 20 minutes and you cry every 20
Is
minutes?
this year round or just during pilot season?
Well, for me, 20 minutes is 2 weeks.
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh, well, time's a
Oh
flat
my God.
circle. All right.
Oh my god.
That's true, yeah.
I think I left my. Oh no.
What's going on,
What's
Chelsea?
going on?
Would you leave?
Say
Chelsea,
it, share it.
No, no.
Say it out loud.
Chelsea has not stopped
I have
taking
these
things
pills.
out of bags.
She has 2 bags. First of all, she has a bag inside her bag. She took that out. And then she has a sunglasses bag inside that bag she
Can
took
you
out.
play that Erykah Badu Bag Lady song now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Speaking of bag inside a bag, there was that baby that was born with a baby in her belly.
What?
In China, it was the 200th reported case of it.
Really?
Population out of control.
Yeah.
That's like babies having babies, literally.
Yeah.
Total jinx.
God, what did the doctor probably didn't know whether to slap it on the fanny or congratulate
Or
it.
abort. Yeah. Or give it an
Or
abortion.
slap it on the fanny, then give it an abortion.
Do you understand how small that coat hanger is?
That's not how they do it
That's
at
so
a hospital.
hacky.
Was the baby inside the baby? Was the tiny baby? Was that one dead?
That one, the baby inside. No, actually, she just graduated magna cum laude.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're gonna abort it with a Barbie coat
I
hanger.
like this. Yeah.
I like this.
I like this
line
a
of
lot.
thinking.
I
This is
love
good.
this.
This is good.
I love
This
this.
is a rich
Let's
mind.
Stay in this. Let's live in this.
How do you feel, guys? The show's ending tomorrow.
Empty.
It's sad, but it's also happy because it's still good.
What's still good?
The show.
Oh, you think so?
Well, how do you
Chelsea left. I don't know.
How do you feel, Harris? I'm sad, but happy that everyone's enjoying it.
Yeah, he took the words right out of my
Oh,
mouth.
Jesus.
The reluctant.
Why can't you guys just for once say, look,
It's sad.
I haven't learned how to connect with my emotions.
Look, it's sadder when things are canceled prematurely. I feel like this is like when an old person
This
dies.
was-
You're like, well, they had a good life. Like Parks, I feel like they
Yeah.
had such
It was
a
canceled at the
full,
right
rich-
time.
Yeah.
It wasn't
It
canceled.
wasn't canceled.
I mean, technically it was.
No,
They
it
didn't want
wasn't.
any more episodes.
We chose to walk away on
Harris
top.
is crying
You
now.
didn't choose anything,
is
Harris.
crying.
Come on.
My penis is hard.
Oh man, this is unrelated again.
I'm crying.
You're telling me that if they came to you guys, to Mike Schur and said, "Hey, you know what? We actually want more than 13. We want 22,
No.
and we want another season." They
That
wouldn't have
happened.
said,
They
"No."
were like, we want 4 more seasons.
Bullshit.
And Mike said, nope, walking away.
Bull
And I was in
fucking
the
shit.
room. It was me, Mike, Les Moonves. He's not even on NBC.
He
was
just
in
wanted
the
to be
room.
there.
And I
Is
was
he like Uatu the Watcher? He's there for important events.
Exactly. Okay. And I said, Mike, we can't walk away. We got stories left to tell.
Harris, the
And Les-
impassioned writer.
Yeah, and then Les was like, dollars, baby. Come on, I want those dollars, baby.
Buku Dolores.
Buku Dolores. And I, I killed him.
So what really happened? You were
who did
playing
you kill?
guitar.
Les Moonves.
He's dead?
He's dead now.
How does Julie feel about this?
I don't know who that is.
Julie Chen?
Julie Chen, only one of the
Oh
most-
yeah, she has a parking spot
Where?
She does.
at Radford.
I will
Whoa,
straight
bro.
sit at that parking spot.
So does Les Moonves.
He does.
He does?
At CBS Radford? Oh, because it's CBS. Yeah. Well, that's fantastic.
Pretty great.
CVS Radford? The CVS on Radford Street?
It's
No,
a
it's the
studio
studio
pharmacy.
a pharmacy.
Do you know CVS Pharmacy? They have at Laurel Canyon
this is gonna be good.
and Ventura. There are two CVS's right across the street from each other.
Yeah.
Bananas.
But I think, well, it's cool because if one CVS doesn't have your, I don't know what,
If you're
fucking
embarrassing.
tampons, Jesus, then you go across the street and you buy your what, fucking maxi pads? Christ.
Or if you keep getting an embarrassing disease over and over and you have to get your pills,
You just
you
go back and
alternate
forth.
so they think you have the clap only once or twice a year instead of like every 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Is the clap still?
Clap is still a thing.
Measles.
No, measles is the new thing. But,
love
you know,
it.
gonorrhea is still a problem, guys.
Are you guys anti-vaxxers?
I don't know how I feel. I assume it's good to get vaccinated just because all the measles photos I saw.
It's a real hot button issue these days,
isn't
guys.
Yeah, but I want to casually
let's go to Hot
throw
Topic.
my
Dude,
hat in the
I'm
ring.
not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Why, Harris? You love controversy.
Oh, not this. This is too rich.
Harris is controversial on everything else, but now he's suddenly deaf mute
and dumb.
That's controversial.
You know what I mean?
I'll
Like,
say.
don't forget that.
You're being ableist. I learned that from Tumblr.
Yeah. So anyway, the show's gone. Good riddance. You guys are fine with it.
Oh,
yeah. You know what?
Something unpredictable, but in the end it's right.
Do you guys play that in the final episode?
We just air that music video, the full 21 minutes slowed down.
Mm-hmm.
Although it's an hour. You're right.
It's an hour. You guys have an hour finale. What do we have planned on the finale?
By the way, by the time this airs, there will be a very special guest will have made an appearance.
Meaning on last week's episode?
Yeah.
Who?
Do you know who I'm talking about?
You guys can just say
if it's
it.
who I think, then we're not really
Genuine
at liberty
was
to
already
discuss.
on.
Yeah, you're right.
You guys can just say it because it aired last week.
All right, we'll say it. Nick Offerman.
Yeah.
Why are you guys being so cagey?
Because it's not.
They
You're
don't want
not
you to
privy,
leak it.
bro.
Oh, shit.
But it
you're
happened
not
last
fucking
week.
Privy.
It happened last week.
But I
Get
think,
privy.
I think I don't
Get
think
privy.
we can even. Okay, it's
Getting
Lenny
privy
Kravitz.
with it.
Lenny
Whoa!
Kravitz. Lenny Kravitz.
Really?
And Katy Perry. And Left Shark. Yay!
Oh my
Left
God.
Shark?
Do you not know about this meme?
No.
Hashtags.
Oh, dude.
What's that?
Can we stop the show?
Yep, here we go. Click. All right, what do you got, Harris?
Left Shark was Katy Perry's backup dancer at the Super Bowl.
right.
And he was doing crazy stuff, like dancing all weird.
So what happened?
Well, Left Shark, it turned out, was a convicted serial pedophile.
No.
No,
I
that's
didn't-
not what happened at all.
But
Okay.
you mentioned
I was like, I didn't hear that.
you mentioned cereal, and I got excited because that's my favorite podcast.
Oh,
That
God.
invented podcast.
You know what?
eating
That
cereal.
got me so addicted to podcasts.
Podcasts.
What's your
Podcasts.
favorite serial pedophile? Mine's Jim.
Is this Foam Corner? By the way, let's hear the Foam Corner theme. Here we go.
Oh, fuck. Let's do it.
Yeah, come on, Harrison's phone corner. What? Yo, come on, Harrison's phone on the phone. Give the phone. It's a phone corner.
That, of course, is the Foam Corner theme by Reggie Watts, who is concluding his run on Comedy Bang Bang. And it was announced last week who's replacing him, Kid Cudi. We're very excited about that.
That's
And,
exciting.
Whoa.
He's got so much, thanks for all your tweets about that. He's got so much excitement about the new gig and like a lot of enthusiasm. So I'm looking forward to him being on the show. Harris, you got some foam?
Yeah. So, okay. You know.
Oh boy.
You know.
You know when the stick the
You
penis.
know how like there.
Oh boy.
You know, there's like candy and.
Is this Harris's meltdown?
I think there's
corner?
candy and like mints in bathrooms sometimes.
Yeah, I know
Well, that's like that's the last place I want my like open food is around all this shit.
Where do they have open mints in a bathroom?
They like in fancy. The fancier the place, the more open
the
mints are there.
No,
yeah, just
not
like.
in the toilet area.
wrappers.
I don't give a fuck. You
No,
can wrap
sometimes they're
it in
open.
a fucking jacket. I don't. That's too much.
You're
That's
mince,
not enough. Yeah.
Do you think the shit smell wafts over to the mints? Is that what you're concerned about?
No,
or
it's
just
that
or just
literal
molecules?
particles.
Like shit molecules.
Yeah, I never eat in a bathroom.
Yeah.
Here's another one.
Pussy.
Coins are coins are so worthless now that it's gone from you can keep the change to can you keep the change?
Wow, that's like a Drabble cartoon. I enjoyed it.
When is it not okay to jerk off to someone based on like memories? Like I got a really good movie theater blowjob in 8th grade, and I feel like that's
What are you doing in 8th grade? That's what you're doing.
I know.
That does seem young to get a blowjob.
And that
In a
wasn't even
movie
my
theater?
first.
That's like
Really? How many?
That was my 97th.
But do you think it was
From
a
97
good-
different women?
Yeah, it was the year 97, coincidentally.
Wow.
And ever since, I've tried to get the amount of
year. So you've only had 15 blowjobs this year?
Well, I'm hoping that they find out this year is only one AD.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Because I've
right
only gotten one.
Oh. So the like some sort of new calendar?
You know who it's from?
Who?
Me.
Really? You can suck your own dick?
Yeah.
Bro.
Check it out.
Bro, that's amazing.
Check it out.
Can I see you do that?
Oh my God.
Your dick is like a straw. You're sucking like jism right out of your ball sack. Finally, people talking about dicks. Yeah. Chelsea, you want to weigh in?
love them.
Yep.
Sometimes.
They're okay, right?
Sometimes.
Yep.
I have a question
they're shaped
about
like that to
I have a
stoop
question.
the competitors come out. Historically, that is true.
You have a question, Adam. Question.
Can I talk? I have a question about your 8th grade blowjob. You said it was really good. Was it really good because you were in the 8th grade, or do you think now it would stand up to all of the blowjobs?
Would it
you've had
stand the
since?
test of time? Having the penis you have now, would it still be a good
Bedraggled.
blowjob?
I think it was really good, but yeah, you make a valid point.
How old was she, by the way?
She was 79.
Did you come to the movie theater together?
Yes.
Was it your grandma?
Did you come together?
Not my grandma. Yeah.
Did you do anything in return? Tell this story, bro.
It was what oddly like I laid down on the dirty ass floor.
What? No.
Yeah, I swear to God.
Really?
Giving
Was
me
this the
flashbacks.
front row?
What is
No,
it
we
giving you
weren't in the front
flashbacks
row.
to?
The writer's room at Parks. All we did was listen to Harris tell stories about himself. His blowjobs were a big hot topic. It was just nonstop.
So wait, you laid down. Why did
But
you
once
lay down?
again, he's asking me questions.
Well, who brought up the blowjob, though, to be fair?
I was in foam corner.
You're still in foam corner, by the way.
Wait, we're all in foam corner.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We gotta get the
We're in the
fuck
middle of
outta
foam
here.
corner. But to tell your story, you laid down on the sticky floor and you
Yeah.
weren't even in the front row?
No, we were like third to last row.
Third to last.
Why did you
Yeah.
lay down?
You know what movie we're seeing?
What's that?
Half Baked. That's just a fun detail. But
Okay.
It's not that fun.
Very good. And so, and then Half Baked. And how did you get it? That's an R-rated movie.
And I tell you, I was half baked.
Uh-huh.
Was this in Texas?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And-
it's like legal.
okay, to get a blowjob in a movie theater?
In Texas.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
This was 97, mind you.
Okay. So then,
But wait, I don't understand why you laid down. Why couldn't she just give you a
Because
blowjob?
this was pre-lifting armrests.
Yeah, but she
Okay.
just gets in front of you.
But if your penis is big enough,
Like she-
Oh, never mind.
If your penis
It was a
is big
it
enough,
was
bro.
a child's penis.
Well, still at 8th grade, you have a full-sized man's penis.
I used to like be self-conscious about like the pubes I had, so I put my dick through the hole in the boxers.
Oh my god!
For the blowjob?
Why would
This
you have
is
too
therapy,
much
right?
pubes? Your every
Too much or
situation
too
with
little?
You becomes this. Did you have too much pubes?
No, not enough. I would have loved more pubes.
Oh, you were like
Then I
balls?
proceeded to get way too hairy all over, and I was like, remember, those were the days.
And then did you give anything back? Did you?
I think I fingered her, but at that.
Oh, how generous!
Yeah, but at that time, you think fingering is just like
How
finger
giving.
banging.
She like throws your genitals in her mouth, and you're like, doot, doot.
Yeah,
Here, take a pinky.
bad job too.
So
I didn't know about clits at the time.
you were laying
Really?
on your back, so she was laying on top of you?
She was like,
Yeah, did she remain seated?
you can no. She was on the ground too, like on her knees, kind of like perched over.
Okay.
Like like downward dog yoga.
And then for the fingering, did you get back in your seats or did you remain
No,
laying down?
fingering was pre.
Okay, and then you go. Let's
Oh,
take
so-
this to the floor.
Yeah.
So her blowjob was a thank
I
you
said
for the fingering.
those are nice clothes. They'd look a lot better on the floor. With you in them, and then me also.
In my clothes,
Down, yeah.
with my boner sticking out of my boxers.
Yeah.
Did she say, "Hey, do you want to take these off," or did she think you were being secretive?
What's funny is there were 3 of us there.
What?
Yeah, it was me and her, and then her friend.
This gets worse. Where's her
And,
friend?
Her friend was just like kind of sitting there.
Oh my god!
And if
friend
you're
sounds
listening to
cool.
this, because one of them is not alive anymore.
Wow, Jesus! Oh God! Why are you crying? This is fucked up.
Yeah.
Harris, which one died?
The blowjob one.
Oh,
boy.
Not during.
But that's nice though that you're respecting her memory.
I know,
You
this
know?
is horrible.
What happened to her?
I cannot.
You
get
don't
any
go
more
into any.
specific
Yeah,
than
please
that.
don't go into any more specificity
damn.
regarding this
Yeah.
issue. But what about the friend? Where's she? Because she sounds down to clown.
Whiz.
I have to go.
Where are you going? Harris is like pounding the walls, crying right now.
I'm sorry. Chelsea, I'm sorry.
Anyway, do you want to finish that foam corner joke? So you're thinking about a dead.
Yeah, so basically,
When is it okay to jerk?
You take the change.
you're right. That is why it's even more specifically fucked up, because it was in 8th grade, and she's dead.
Well, I mean,
Is that okay to jerk off to? Is my question.
I don't know.
I don't
the
care.
answer
Do
to
whatever
that
you
question.
want.
I do. I sympathize or maybe empathize with you because one of my first junior high school crushes that I sat behind, and she would wear these tank tops all the time. And this was in the 8th grade as well, and just a blossoming, burgeoning body. She passed away as well.
Really?
And is that okay?
Yes.
You know, you guys, and I'm not joking at all. No, I'm.
Adam is deadly serious, by the way.
I've never
He's
been more uncomfortable in a room. Please tell
My-
me you jerk off to a dead person.
My first girlfriend.
Yeah.
yes.
Just like 4 days before you and I went up to Sketchfest,
Yeah.
I found out my very first girlfriend just died.
Yes. Yes.
I'm not
I know.
kidding.
These things happen in threes.
These things
That's what
happen.
I'm saying.
These things happen, and the older
so
we get, the
sad.
more it will happen.
It is so sad.
So when is it okay? Like, should we let their memories live on by jerking off to them? Chelsea, weigh in. We need a female perspective. Do you want?
Don't jerk off to specific people.
Really? You
Groups of
You do it
people?
to a feeling?
No, it's to imaginary situations, not to
But
like
imaginary people?
I feel
Ordinary
like
people?
guys like see a girl on the subway and they're like, I'm gonna jerk off to her later, or they have an interaction, they're like, I'm gonna jerk off to that later. I don't know how most girls are. Yeah, I can only speak for
You
myself.
concoct imaginary people of your own devising
yeah,
in
but
alternate
honestly,
universes.
Is this really the goal here today?
Talk about this?
It is now.
Yeah, I gotta say,
Why does Adam have his hands folded like a creep? That is so creepy. It's like church hands. I never trust church hands.
They are church hands, and they're perched right above his. They're not in his lap. They're right above.
I am through my body language telling you I am paying attention and I am
a safe
considering.
person. I'm a safe person to share this with. That's the message.
I
Chelsea,
can
do you-
honestly say this was my goal today. Yes.
I'm sure.
Chelsea, when you pass away, do you want people thinking about you like sexually? Like, wow, she was really. You know what? Sex with her was great. I'm gonna continue thinking about that. Or do you want people to?
Let me reframe the question.
Okay, here we go.
If you
Refrain
guys,
time.
if you knew that every time you jerked off to a girl or someone that you knew, they would get an alert sent to them.
Or they would die.
Would you still do it? It'd be
They
like
usually do get an alert from me
on Ambien.
on Ambien.
A text.
Shout out to Ambien.
Yeah.
So wait, anytime even like someone pops in your head accidentally, and you would
No.
say, "Oh no, I don't want an alert sent to that person." I'm gonna.
No, you can cut it short.
Okay,
but if you choose to proceed, they
There's
get
like
an
a
alert.
7-second delay.
Okay.
So if you actually like climax, they get
No.
an
Yeah.
alert.
If once you start touching yourself, it's
Yeah.
over. They
I
get
think-
the alert.
I don't know.
I don't know. I would like there.
It would be a way of flirting. It's like sending
I
a
think
wink.
it's flattering as fuck. If I got a text that was like, "This girl's masturbating to you right now," I'd be like, "Awesome."
Right.
Don't you think girls would be
downside of
getting alerts constantly all
Constantly.
day, every day, where they would
What if
turn
you
them
hate
off?
someone and you're like, ew,
Yeah.
get me out of your fucking
Yeah, if like someone's
disgusting
stalking.
I'm trying to
sex
think of
life.
like the person I
Stalking
hate
you or
most.
something.
Still kind of cool.
Who's that?
mental case.
Is it
though.
Adam?
Nope. This is gonna sound weird.
Okay.
Hugh Laurie.
You hate him the most?
Yeah.
Why?
Never
And
met
if,
him.
If he
never
jerked
seen
off
House.
about you,
Oh
it
my
would freak you
God.
out, or you would
No,
think
I'd be
it's
into
cool.
it. No, I like Hugh Laurie.
But
But
don't
I
you-
actually have no opinion. I just pulled a random person.
Don't you think, much like an annoying Google alert that where you're getting too many responses, women would just eventually turn it off? You know, like
In
you
this
know what?
scenario, no one has the power to disable it.
That
No
sucks
one
that the
can-
woman has to be.
almost harassing,
It's not
right?
her fault. I mean,
Yeah, don't you think men would then jerk off intentionally in order to send an
Yeah.
alert, like a
It'd
nudge?
be like a
like
form
a-
of harassment.
yeah.
And is it an alert on your phone, or do you just see it like Terminator, like in your eye? You see the picture of the person.
And are you a
jerking off.
cyborg in this scenario?
I don't know, but I like your attitude of like, just I'm interested. I'm interested in this technology.
Yeah. I'm just thinking
Is that a
about
good
all the
move?
girls I know that would get alerts and
Yeah.
how
You
know
embarrassing
what?
it would be.
Are your phones hooked up to your penis, by the way? How does
I
this...
need to know from a girl's perspective if that's a good move because I have
the
done
parallel.
that.
Here's the parallel. Of course
Okay.
not, Harris. Here's the parallel.
It's not at all?
Telling someone I had a dream about you. Like that's what is a real life actual situation
That
that,
does-
people do. If you go, I had a dream about you, the person's like, okay.
Yeah.
I've,
You don't
although
have
I've
to tell me
had
what-
that, I've had that with women who I know for a fact are just not interested. I've had women
They
go, "Oh, I had a dream
are.
about you," blah blah
Oh.
blah blah blah, and it doesn't have a like, "Oh, it was scary," and
That's
it was like, I didn't like it.
Right,
Yeah.
that's true.
Well,
Yeah.
that's just insulting.
But I feel like generally people know that it's flirtatious to say
Right.
that unless
Yeah.
you do have an open relationship. I mean, like openly disinterested relationship.
Right. Okay, so
So just if you have a crush on someone, tell them just fake it and say you had a dream about them.
fake it till you make it.
so is the phone hooked? Does it have a jack to put your penis in? Well, you know, how's it attached? Is it attached through Bluetooth? Do you get like a Bluetooth thing in your penis?
It's
so
all
that,
virtual.
okay.
Hate
It's
to
about-
disappoint.
yeah.
What does that mean?
I know you want a Bluetooth attachment for your scrot.
I just want like
Scrot.
scrot.
Scrot, is that a word
wouldn't
for
it be
it?
scrot?
Seems like a Shakespearean word, like a scrod
Well,
piece.
scrot is dorks backwards, and dork is a whale's penis.
It's
so
not dorks backwards.
It really is.
When you think about it, it is.
Scrod.
It actually is.
You should have a season where you are Tonight Show style, like choosing who your successor is, and is it going to go to Letterman or Leno kind of thing, where you are, you know, who will get
Who
the
will
show?
take it over? I think I'm kidnapped and someone has to step in and they just get it.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm
by
done. I'll
default.
do it.
Yeah.
Great.
I think it would be fun, wouldn't it? Like
I think 100%
step
it
in,
would
like
be fun.
just get some new blood in there.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I believe I've pitched you. I would like there to be an episode where I am like a Gary Shandling style guest host because for some reason you haven't shown up.
Right.
You know, and if you want to make it that you've been kidnapped, that is fine.
We're
and
definitely thinking about that.
if the reveal is that I am behind your kidnapping.
Oh, I like it
So
because
that
you
I-
look Arab.
Hang on, man.
Would you say
What do you
hey
mean?
nong man?
I said hang on, man.
Hey nong man.
Hey nong man.
New T-shirt. Hey nong man.
Hey nong man. You know, it's a classic hey nong man.
This is a
H-A-Y-N-O-N-G.
total hey nong man situation.
Hey nong man.
Oh, Jason.
Oh, Scotty.
What's been going on in your life? I know you moved to an undisclosed location.
I've moved to an undisclosed location, which is lovely. I bought an undisclosed location. I have just moved into it. Very exciting.
Does this place have a shitter?
No. I bought a house that specifically just has it has an outhouse.
Okay, well, that's good. Yeah, you don't want that kind of smell in the house.
I don't, and I don't want guests pooping up in my house. So
that's one way to keep them out.
So I have a porta potty out in the back, and it's classy.
Oh, but it's a classy
I
one.
put a chandelier in the porta potty.
Oh yeah, you have those raised sinks.
Yep.
What are those called?
I don't know.
I had one once.
Really?
Remember when those were in vogue? I had one in one bathroom.
No, I don't know what you mean.
You know the sinks that aren't...
I know what you mean now.
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
now that you've done a hand motion that tells me what you mean. Yes, I get it.
So now that you know these sinks...
Don't make a jerk-off motion. Keep it classy, man. This is a fucking family show.
People want to know...
Who?
About the fans. The fans are interested.
Fans.
You haven't been on the show in quite a while.
I
It
know.
seems like it's been just about a year, maybe.
I think maybe.
But people want to know what you're up to. I mean, certainly you have your own podcast, but...
I do. I have the How Did This Get Made podcast on the Earwolf Network. Find it on iTunes.
And you guys have not been in the same room together, nor will you ever be again.
We just did. We just did 2 episodes live in New York all together, and they were glorious. Really exciting. Hercules in New York, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is in his first film role, which is legit terrible.
Wait, so the Rock was in Hercules too?
He was just recently in Hercules.
Interesting.
Yep.
So they both tried it out and it did not...
Lou Ferrigno as well.
Really?
Very famously.
What is it about these muscle men where they go, you know what? I'm looking in the mirror and I think that I could play Hercules.
I think everybody looks at a muscle man as like, what strong man can this person play?
Well, in a way it's better than, like what role realistically would people buy this person as, Yes. Like more realistically, it's like every time Arnold Schwarzenegger is in a movie, you expect one person to go, hey man, what's up with your accent?
Yes. Yeah, how am I supposed to believe? I mean, in this movie, he's meant to be a Greek god.
Yeah.
And has like...
But in something like Kindergarten Cop or whatever, it's like, hey man, how often do you work out? Are you like 5 hours a day? How do you even hold a job?
I agree. Or how about Twins, where he is a straight up scientist? Where he's a scientist who has an Austrian accent and is built like a bodybuilder.
Right.
It's bananas. Not Twins, Junior. Sorry, Junior is what I mean.
Junior.
Not
Junior.
Twins.
That's
Twins,
the one where he...
gets pregnant with a baby.
How does he
and
do
then
it? Does he
cross-dresses as a woman in order to cover it.
Does he stick his penis into his butt? Like, how does it happen?
He sticks his penis in his butt because he's ovulating from his butt. Because he has a butt-gina? Is this what you wanted? Is this what you were wanting?
This is what I wanted! This is what you want out of a J-man. Yeah. Do people call you the J-man?
People call me J-man or J-dog all the time. And by people, I mean you, and I hate it.
I will never stop.
Never stop.
What is happening with, people are very concerned about your dating life. They want to know that you're happy.
I don't think they are.
They hear about you flipping through vaginas earlier
Just
in your
through
career.
like a paperback book. like a Patricia Highsmith novel.
What is it about paperback books that you just like flip through? You don't even read them. You
like
a money counting machine.
Yeah, yes, exactly, like a money counting machine in a drug dealer's den.
You've been flipping through vaginas like a money counting machine.
That's $100,000.
Oh, I like that image of you. But are you happy in your life? Are you?
I'm happy in my life. I am single still. If that's what you're asking.
Well, that's what the ladies want to know. The ladies are very interested.
Do ladies listen to podcasts?
I don't know.
Do ladies listen
I've never
to this,
figured
Scott?
that out. Of course
Are
they
there
do.
any women who tune into the Comedy Bang Bang
We have
podcast?
wonderful I like to think this podcast in particular is all inclusive. I like to think it's for everybody.
It is. I know that. I feel like there are plenty of wonderful women tuning into this. And ladies, hello. Welcome.
Is that the way you talk to ladies? Because I'm sensing the problem
I talk
now.
to ladies. Hey there, ladies. Hello, you listen to podcasts?
If there were to be a female listener out there, and we're only saying that because that is your preference.
Yes.
But if there was a female listener out there who was, her preference was males, and her preference actually was males who were a lot like you, who was into you, and were to reach out to you somehow no, there's no way to reach out to you.
There isn't, really, nope.
How do you date then?
How do I date then? Without any kind of social media presence so that people can contact me out of the blue
to let
me know that they want to date me?
Back when I was dating, dating is pre-social media.
Sure.
And I got by just by walking around being handsome and people coming up to me and
Now,
going,
did
hey,
you
I
say
want to date
handsome
you.
or handsy?
Hey, Nong Man.
Hey, Nong Man. I like that we are both writing the word "hang nong man" down
So we
don't forget it.
I had fear in my eyes and I forgot it and I pulled it out at the last second.
I'm impressed,
Hey, Nong
and you
Man.
used it correctly as well.
But how do you do it? How does a J-Dog? How do you meet a woman? Do you see her eyes from across a crowded room? And
Yeah. I just go to crowded rooms.
That's
and
how
I
you
look
do it.
across them and I see if
Like
anybody
shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah. And I then when I make eyes, when I lock eyes with somebody across the room, I walk across the room and I say, "Hey, Nong Man," and then it's on, and then we're just
it's on like Nong Man.
It's on like Donkey Nong.
Oh boy!
Do you want paper? What do you want?
Hey, you want paper? What do you want?
Hey, you want paper? Hey,
who's
baby.
this guy?
Hey, baby.
Who's this guy? Is this the paper seller character that
Hey,
you've
how
been
about
working
some
on?
paper? Oh yeah. Is The Office still on? I'm
You
trying
wanna-
to get a job on The Office.
Okay, you're going to
selling
be
paper.
severely disappointed.
Really? Oh
yeah.
no.
Oh wait, do you mean an American Workplace?
Yeah.
Also off.
Ugh, bananas.
Well, is this your banana selling character?
Hey.
But you know what? I would say that you're at the height of your powers.
At the height of my powers, but let's be honest, it's not cute anymore to be single. I think at my age,
Right,
I think
yeah.
it's not a cute thing to be a 42-year-old man who's single.
But do you want?
Probably not cute to talk about it on a podcast either.
Well, is that a fear for women who date you that you're going to be talking about them on these podcasts?
Well, that's all I do, bro. All I do is slay tang and then get on the casts to talk about it.
Slay tang?
Oh, bro, slay tang. Are you kidding? Yeah, that's like
Hey,
you know
no,
that.
man, slay tang?
You know my new Earwolf podcast.
What's that?
Talking Tang.
Talking Tang.
Talking Tang. Although
That's,
now I'm just doing Lycus. Now I'm just doing Atomian's Lycus.
That is one of the only podcasts with two apostrophes.
Yep.
Talking
Talking
and
Tang.
Yeah.
Talking, and it's an end.
And it's an end and then a start right next to each other.
Perfect.
Those are like two boobs,
by the way,
right next to each other.
So that's the image. Will fans please make an image for Talkin' Tang the podcast?
And it's just two apostrophes.
The apostrophes are boobs.
Yeah, so it's a closed one and an open one, and they're just boobs. next to each
I
other.
would like that. Please, everybody, let's
Talkin'
make
Tang.
that, and then maybe I'll make that podcast.
Yeah, I actually am very interested in that.
Yeah, right after I make the other one that I think I came up with in How Did This Get Made, which is the Chardonnay podcast.
Oh, what
where
is that?
We all just drink Chardonnay and talk.
Oh, that sounds like a dream.
It's like a ladies' book club.
Oh man, I would love that. What
the Shardcast, I think I called it.
Shardcast. That sounds disgusting, actually. But you want to be married, even though you
Wanna
know,
be married.
with the singularity coming. What is identity anyway, and why should we be tethered to not only these bodies but with other bodies?
Oh well, are we going to get into Ex Machina? What are
Sure,
we? How
certainly.
are we coming at this? Oh, with the singularity. Shame on you. No, of course I want to be in a relationship. I'm
Sure.
again, I'm middle aged at this point. This is getting to be ridiculous.
You hope.
I hope. Yeah.
You may have been middle aged at 23. For all
we
you know.
simply don't know, which
We
would
don't know.
only give me a few more years on Earth.
Yeah, 23 could have been your hump year.
Oh God.
When you think about when you think about it, at what year did you have sex the most? And that is probably your hump year, and then you can calculate when
think?
you're going to die.
No.
Yeah. So
why do you think that?
Think of the year that you had the most sex, where you were just talking tang and just slay tang.
Oh yeah, just talking tang.
You're just slay tang all year, and then double that, and that's the year you're going to die because that was your hump year. This is a good theory.
It's a great theory, by the way. And is it that you think does your body know?
Your body knows, so you're getting it out of the way.
Your body is like, no, you're gonna die at this point. So I'm gonna give you at the middle of your life. I'm gonna give you the most sex. So I'm gonna guess somewhere in my 30s.
I'm good.
I'm gonna guess that I'm gonna live to be in my if your theory is true, somewhere late 60s. I bet.
I'm late 50s at best.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, boy.
Poor Kulop.
Poor Kulop. Well, you know, the widow Kulop. Look, when you're listening back to this after I've died, there's a lot of references to me dying.
Oh yeah.
You know, if you're listening back to this after I'm gone, this is morbid. This is good. But
in
this
all
is what we want.
likelihood, this podcast will serve as your living will. Speaking of which, do you have a do not resuscitate? Do you want to
A DNR?
Yeah, if you are felled by some accident that does not leave you dead but leaves you
I
incapacitated.
think people should use their own common
in a
sense
vegetative
on that,
state. Yeah,
where it's like,
and not even like my own farts in your face wake you up from this coma. What happens?
Wait, is that what's happening?
Well, how else am I supposed to wake you up?
Are you traveling around to your best friends' hospital beds and farting in their faces?
It behooves me to try anything possible to wake you up. You are
extraordinary measures.
One of my absolute best friends.
Oh,
and
well,
if my own farts don't wake you
I
up,
would rather not be one of your best friends.
out of
then at this
nostalgia,
point.
if nothing else, then I don't
nostalgia for that night at Rob Hubel's bachelor party when we slept in the same room.
On
the
mats,
hardest
on
mats
on
possible.
the floor, like we were 23.
Fucking dogs.
Like we are too old. Like we were kids.
I stayed there one night and I was supposed to stay a second. And I was like, I can't do it.
I stayed too, and the mats on the floor. It took me days to recover. Took me days to recover.
They were terrible. Yep. I didn't recover the next day. That's why I took off.
But we cuddled.
We did. And Aziz was in the same room.
Correct.
What a powerhouse
it's
room.
Just a real name drop of people sleeping on floors. Of adult men sleeping on floors.
Oh boy! But so far that marriage is going well. So all the power to him.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
What do you dream of your wedding having? Ever since you were a little boy, did you assume you would have like a white tuxedo with tails and a top hat?
I feel like it starts with everybody skiing down a mountain.
Great.
All in bride and dress, me and all my everybody skiing down a mountain.
Do people need to know how to ski, or they're just like pushed into it?
Yeah, I would hope so.
So some lessons have to
lessons
occur.
might have to happen, or just everybody in the wedding party will just be shredding.
Naturally.
We'll just be natural shredders.
Yeah. Natural born shredders.
Natural born shredders, yep.
Who like to slay tang.
Absolutely. And then I will record, we'll get to the bottom, we'll say our vows, I will record an episode of Talking Tang, because, this is the last Tang.
This is the last one, really?
Yep.
This
is the last episode of Talking Tang.
Series finale.
Series finale, because I'm getting married, so I'm not going to be talking Tang anymore.
What if you did, though? You could still talk Tang.
I guess I could talk Tang, but just it's all my wife's Tang.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, well.
Depending on who you marry, I would listen to that even more.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Here's the thing. I'm marrying the widow Kulop.
Oh, you son of a bitch. All right, I'll listen.
Because here's the thing. If you haven't noticed, I have to take over everything once you die.
Really? So this is a full life swap?
It's like in the past when somebody would die and their brother would have to marry their wife and take over their responsibilities.
I mean, I've heard of a wife swap. I had a friend once who did a wife swap that turned into a life swap, sort of. Yeah, he swapped. He was a mathematician in Boston, I believe.
Oh,
and he became a janitor because he swapped wives with a janitor, and he had to take over that person's life.
This is Goodwill Hunting style.
Yeah, it was sort of Goodwill.
This
it was
is
like a reverse.
Stellan Skarsgård, Matt Damon swaparoo.
Yeah,
Stellar Skateboard.
Stellar Skateboard.
I understand.
Yeah, you understand how it is. But anyway, it's not worth bringing him up. But
it's not.
It certainly wasn't worth derailing the show for that.
No, but I'm happy to have another opportunity to put out into the world the Stellar Skateboard situation.
Certainly. So you would take over everything. You would what? My car? My my shoes?
No, but I will take all of your comic books.
Okay,
happily.
Hey, you know what? Actually,
a room full of comic books that I love.
Do you want those when I die?
Yes.
I can think of no one else who wants them.
I can think of a couple of people, but I would like them.
All right, they're yours.
Done.
This is binding unless I change my will and you go into that big room and the lawyer surprises you with something where my heirs have changed the will.
Son of a bitch. Oh, God, that would make me furious. And like Neil Campbell winds up with all of the comic books.
Oh, boy. No, done. You got him. You've been down in that room.
Great, I have. So I get the comic books, I get Bang Bang the podcast, Bang Bang the TV show, and Kulop. Right?
This is not so. What do I get out of
Sounds
this
like
deal?
I get all of them.
Do I get anything in life?
You get buried, dude. You get in the ground. That's what's happening.
But
do you want to be cremated? Do you want to be buried? What's gonna happen?
I think
you die?
cremated. I think it's a weird waste of space to have graveyards everywhere.
I agree. Here's the only I
put
feel
some
the same.
condos up, baby.
I feel the same. But here is the only thing that I do that I can appreciate in a way is, shouldn't we rot and give life to the earth? Shouldn't we decay and decompose and provide fertilizer for the earth?
They make fertilizer. You can go buy it.
Because I also want to be cremated, but then I was like, oh, maybe I should just be buried in a shallow grave somewhere.
Why shallow?
So I don't know. So I can rot and like people will smell it and
full
be like,
view?
"What's that?" Yeah, a shallow grave, just so my nose and beard are above the wall.
The serving is your tombstone.
Yep. I want to be frozen in carbonite, Han Solo style,
with your hands out.
Yep,
Like,
my
don't
hands
freeze
out.
me.
Don't freeze me, bro.
Hey, Nung Man, don't freeze me. I'm really enjoying Hey Nung Man.
Hey Nung Man is pretty fantastic.
I really like
we
it.
are barely minutes into this and have come up with Hey Nung Man and Talkin' Tang.
And Slaytang. What do you like about Serial and podcasts in general, Mike?
Ooh,
Do
let's
they pass
see.
the time while you're cleaning up?
Podcasts in general, that's tough to answer because I've only ever heard the one podcast.
You've just listened to Serial.
Just listened to Serial. I understand This American Life is also a podcast.
It can be. I mean, it also is on the radio.
Vincent can be.
And what's the show Washington Week? I like that podcast as well.
Yep.
Okay. Very good.
What I like
and Slate Political Gab Fest.
And Slaytang?
And
Slaytang I enjoy.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Talkin' Tang?
Talkin' Tang.
Yeah.
Have you listened to Talkin'
logo?
Tang?
I've listened. I'm just getting into Talkin' Tang.
What do you think of their logo?
It's despicable.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything quite like it before.
Yeah.
Looks just like cleavage. There's
going to be a bunch of episodes of Talkin' Tang where I'm just talking the tang of women who are lactating. So the apostrophes are both going to be dripping milk.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, dripping
Now,
milk.
you've had that experience
Drippin'-
before. You've
those
talked about it on this show.
That's true. Those episodes will be called Talkin' Tang, drippin' milk.
Now, you know, I'm starting
Drippin' apostrophe milk.
I'm starting a podcast called Drippin' Milk.
Oh,
what?
Which is it's from the time that I cleaned up high school cafeterias and those bags, very thin bags.
Just that one time you cleaned up a high school cafeteria?
Well, one time in my life.
Oh, okay.
I did it for many years.
Okay. How often would those bags be dripping milk?
Every single time?
Are you talking? Are you
100%.
Milk bags are notoriously rippable.
Ooh, milk bags.
Oh.
I like this kind of talk.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
big juicy milk bags. You know what I'm talking about? Ooh,
You guys are both disgusting.
big juicy
Why are you
milk bags.
Why are you constantly high-fiving?
Yeah, because
That's
we're
like
killing it.
5 high fives.
The question is, why aren't you?
Yeah,
Okay, I guess so.
Yeah.
All right, I'm in.
you're just high fiving yourself. You just clapped.
Yours are too
Do you
loud.
not know what high fives are?
Yeah, where you know after someone gives you go see a band and it's a wonderful song and you high five
No,
yourself.
that's clap.
You clap like you just learned how to do it, like a little
Somebody
baby.
just
No,
teach it.
it's because I'm high fiving myself.
Oh, hang on.
And you look amazed at the sound. You're looking down at your hands
Woo.
like you're trying to figure out where it came from.
Guys,
What do you want? Hey, can I ask you?
Yeah.
Since I'm on the microphone and I got this public forum,
MIKE
because-
on the MIC.
Yeah, because Drippin' Milk is not dropped yet. I would like to ask the help of you listeners, if there are any.
The Help.
To
Great movie.
Not worth it.
Are you sure? I don't know. I
not
thought
worth
not
it.
worth it at first, and then I started thinking about it in the silence.
Nope.
And I was like, that might have been worth it.
Nope. Hang on.
No?
man. Nope.
I think so. Hey, Nung Man. I think it was pretty good.
Hey, Nung Man. I would like to ask. I like Hey, Nung Man is a kind of palate
Like
cleanser.
a sorbet?
Yeah, it like resets
It's like
everything.
it's like
Hey,
a-
Nung Man.
Resets
Hey, Nung Man.
pieces.
Resets pieces.
Did you say PCs?
I do say Reese's
Reese's Pieces, yeah.
Have we talked about this?
We haven't.
Reese's Pieces. Okay.
Stop it! All right.
But it isn't.
Hey, Nung Man.
Hey, Nung Man. Let's get back on track.
Hey, Nung Man. We all three have to say it in order to reset.
All right. Enough!
Now I'm only to say it. The discussion continues. Whatever it is.
All right. But we have all 3 sets.
That's
Yes,
right.
so we can move on.
Yes. All right.
But I do say Reese's Pieces.
I would like to ask if your listeners would direct themselves on their computers, either desktop or laptop.
You don't care about the style of computer.
No, it doesn't matter to me. You know
think
what?
be
What
it
about-
on sitting on a desk or on a lap,
What
it
about
still
Mac or
computes things.
PC? Mac or PC? Does it matter?
It does not matter to me. I, of course, don't use a computer. I write everything out in longhand.
Oh, wow.
I feel like it's not up to me to judge what kind of devices people like to use. Hey, if you got a smartphone, if you got a dumb phone, if you got a flip phone, if you got a rotary phone you carry around on a tray.
Or a calculator or an abacus.
That I don't like.
We don't
like that.
We don't bring phones to people on trays anymore, and that makes me sad.
What if it's just like a cell phone on a tray? That would be fun.
That'd be cool if somebody
Yeah.
was like, a phone call for you.
With like like a cake dish above it?
How about the cake dish? How about if you were in a fancy restaurant?
hold
What's that? What? How about if you were in a fancy restaurant and you were getting a call, and then the waiter would take your phone from you, go back into the kitchen
and bring
put
out
it on a
something
tray,
on a landline,
and then bring it out.
I think
no,
what would have to happen-
Why would you cut me off before I finished the idea?
He loves that.
I like cutting people
That's his
off.
favorite thing. That's his favorite
his favorite thing.
Is to come in.
Hey,
with-
young man.
No, it's your favorite thing. That's what's annoying
Could
about
get a
you.
reset going.
Damn it.
Reset denied.
Hey, young man.
Hey, young man.
No, I'm not interested in it. I want to keep digging
won't
in.
let the reset
I
go.
want to. Okay, hang on, man.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. Back to it. Comedy Bang Bang. We're back here with Jason Mantzoukas and one of my employees whose name is
On his chest.
Jan. Oh, that's right.
Jan the Mikener? Is that what you were going to say?
I don't know. I can't remember your name. I'm sorry.
What is going on here?
You know what it is?
Because
It's a power move.
Oh.
It's a power
I'm too
move.
busy remembering the
Because
names of
he
the people
feels
above
like-
the line.
He feels like you are below him.
I think you're right. I think you're right, Mr. Mantzoukas.
And he enjoys putting you in your place.
Well, I think there has to be a distinction between boss and employee. Does there not? Otherwise, if there's not respect rewarded towards the boss, then what impulse does the employee have?
How about this?
Yes.
Earn that respect.
Yes, may I say this?
Earn that respect by going undercover boss, and learning who the little guys are who work here.
That would be kind of fun to go undercover boss at Earwolf here.
It would be.
How would you accomplish the illusion? What would you do?
I don't know. I think I'd have to go like full sex change or something. I don't know.
Okay, is this just
That
an
seems
excuse?
very extreme.
Is this just an excuse to go get a sex change?
Well, look.
Do you think anyone
It all happens in our own way.
A sex change is a gigantic procedure. Do you think anyone ever embarked on that journey by saying, I'm going to go get a sex change?
You know what? Today? What if it was,
Didn't
today?
say anything to anyone until it was time. Hey, listen, I'll be back in a little bit. I'm going to go get a sex change.
I'll be back before dinner.
And of course, big ups to people of all different stars and
Big
stripes.
Big ups to all people of different stars and stripes is what you just gave. The week that Caitlyn Jenner has announced herself to the world, you're giving
Big ups.
You're giving big ups to her.
People of all stars and stripes. I think something's legitimately wrong with you.
I think you are having a stroke.
Maybe. Look, this is possibly my...
Possibly?
Hey, young man.
Hey, young man. I think we should answer this. Okay,
thank you.
I think we should receive.
Okay. Oh, gosh.
This has been an Earwolf production, executive produced by Scott Aukerman, Adam Sachs, and Chris Bannon. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.